Hello, how's everybody doing? I want to make sure, first of all, let me know if you can hear me. Thumbs up or a yes, just to confirm, that would be great. It looks like my audio is working, but never can tell with these things. Got a couple of yeses, awesome, great. So how's everybody doing? Welcome to another live stream. My name is Rob. And coming to you from Nova Scotia, Canada, on the East Coast. It is 2 o'clock here in the afternoon, so that would be 1 o'clock Toronto time is what I used, or New York, or wherever you're from. I don't know what that translates to depending on where you are. It's early morning on the west coast of North America. It's late afternoon in Europe. It's middle of the night probably in Australia, so we get some Australians here sometimes. That's great. So I see lots of people in the chat. That's awesome. Let me start by welcoming everybody to the live stream, and I think we're going to have quite a few new people in this one, which is terrific and a little bit out of left field, but that's awesome. And we'll talk about that a little bit as to what's been going on this last week or so, or last 4 days have been kind of crazy. All because of one video. For those of you who've been here before, welcome back. And you're used to seeing 2, usually 3 videos a week from me. Sometimes just 2, but this week it was just 1. Actually, no, it was 2. I did a Camtasia video on Monday and then a video on Friday, but there hasn't been any since. And it's okay, you go lie down. I think Peanut is going to be in on this live stream today, so I don't think most of you will mind. Got a lot of positive comments. I think she's more popular than I am. But anyways, yeah, so this one will be a little bit different because in the past I had been doing some kind of more complicated, complex video editing tutorials, specifically in Camtasia, but I've been getting a lot of comments, over the last several days about kind of backing it up a little bit and coming at it from a more beginner's perspective. A lot of people just getting into YouTube or want to get into YouTube and want to know how to do it, how to edit videos. It's one thing to, in this last video, I talked about how to be comfortable on camera and speaking without a teleprompter, which is what I'm doing now, but it's a little bit different live. I feel like you guys are here. Whereas when I'm making a video over there in the chair, there's nobody, and it's just sometimes weird looking into a camera. So, but anyways, yeah. So, what was I talking about? See, I lose my train of thought a lot, and that's what makes it hard to make videos. But anyway, so yeah. So this one will be a little bit different, and just kind of want to welcome everybody here. What we normally do first, I have an overlay I'm going to throw up on the screen. That'll kind of talk about or show you what I plan to go over today and how we normally do this. And I have a little highlighter that I put here, and I'm highlighting introduction. So I've just gone through that. And now I want to go through the chat and just see who all is out here. And I can throw your chats up on the screen, which is handy. So we have Pamela Powell. Let me just move this down here. Pam Powers, welcome back, Pam, a regular visitor. Oh, and by the way, if you guys have any questions at all at any time, ask them in the live chat and I will get to them. It might help if you can put a Q for question in front, like Q dash, and then ask your question, then that lessens the chance that I'll miss it. I'll try to get to them all. So yeah, we'll go through this chat here and just find out who's all here with us today. Love My Tech, hello, welcome to the live chat. Says, hi Rob, congratulations on your success. You have been putting out great high quality videos on a consistent basis. Well done. Thank you very much. That's awesome. And for those who don't know, the video I put out on Friday, last I checked, was over 75,000 views, which is 74,500 more than typical. So it just went crazy. And I think I hit a nerve or resonated with a lot of people, and that's awesome. So that's what's going on. And then my subscriber count doubled as well in the last several days. So we can learn some lessons from that together as well. Perhaps there's some things you guys can learn if you're also trying to start and grow a YouTube channel from this. And I've got some ideas as to why that might have happened. So thank you. Aggie Valinth, hi from Florida. Aggie, I hope I pronounced that right, or Aggie. Hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. ASL Fun Videos, looking forward to the thumbs up button smashed. Fist bump. Thank you very much, and welcome to the live stream. Greg Childers, a name I recognize from several live streams. Hi, Rob, from New Jersey. Ready for another great one. Welcome back, Greg. Cortez SA. Hi, Rob. Good afternoon. This is Sergio from the Cortez SA channel. Hello, Sergio. Welcome. Congratulations on the new subscribers. I'm very happy for you. Congrats. Thank you very much. Welcome to the live stream. My EV Adventure says evening from the UK. Good evening. Thanks for stopping in. Jonathan Buckland, south coast of the UK. I think the UK is around, I want to say 5 hours ahead of me here. So I'm guessing 7 p.m. in the UK, just across the pond. Cortez, Sergio is from Brazil. Welcome. ASL Fun Videos is from Topeka, Kansas. James Ryan. Hello, James Ryan. How are you doing today? Thanks for stopping in again. Jitka Sislova. Hi, Rob, from Jitka, Czechia, Europe. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. And Jules Lincredule, I see you from Montreal, Quebec. So about an hour west of me here. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. That's a regular visitor as well. ASL Fun Videos, great. How are you? I am great. Thank you very much. And then, okay, so everyone can hear me. Number one, you can hear me. Hello from North Carolina. Welcome, North Carolina. Dale Saylor, good sound. Awesome. Good, you can hear me. That's good. Yeah, I never know. So the mic that I'm using is the same mic I used for the... So most of the videos I make here sitting at my desk. And I'm doing something on the computer. I'll share my screen and whatnot. So, but the video I made on Friday, I didn't do it that way. I sat over there in my chair and I had to move this mic. So I unhooked it and I put it over here on this little boom arm. And I used that camera pointing at me that way. Just a different set, a different look. I wanted to go for a different look, so it just looked different than my regular videos. So yeah, when I move the mic, it's always I just have to make sure the levels are still okay. So I don't want to be too loud so that you know, it clips or sounds distorted and whatnot. So sounds like we have that sorted. Tech Mixer, hello from Barrie, Ontario. Hello. I used to live in Mississauga, Ontario. Not too far from Barrie. Another Canadian, Eric Noss. Yes, you can hear me as well. Penny C. Hi, Rob, from Quebec, Canada. Hello, that's our second person from Quebec. Penny says, today was my first video I watched about creating a YouTube channel, which has been on the back of my mind for a while. Awesome. I encourage you to start. That'll be fun. And if you do start, have fun with it. That's my biggest set of advice is have fun. Have fun with it, because you don't want making videos to be a chore. It's hard enough as it is. I mean, it can be very hard. But if you simplify things, it can also be very easy. The first one, I suppose, is never easy, but I guarantee you your second one will be 10 times easier than your first. That's my experience anyways. I suppose I shouldn't say I guarantee you, but that's my experience, and that's what I've also heard and seen in a lot of YouTube channels myself. I too have been going through YouTube videos for years. I started my channel 3.5 years ago, I think, and it took me 2.5 years maybe. I can't really remember, 2.5 years to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I was nowhere, once I got to 1,000 subscribers, I was still nowhere close to 4,000 watch hours. And I didn't start really ramping those up until 3 months ago. I was only monetized about a month ago. So, but then when it happens, it happens quick, or it can happen quick. But have fun with it. Don't make it a chore. And if you can laugh at yourself, then that helps as well. That's what I try to do. But good luck with it. Hello, Jessica from Mexico. Hello, Mexico. I saw your video about doing a YouTube channel. Awesome. I hope you liked it. Well, I suppose you probably did if you're here now on the live stream. That's great. And we have Annie, where you goo. Hi, I'm 57 and reached over $10,000 per month. I already have 3 channels and can travel for 6 years. Wow, Annie, that's awesome. Congratulations, 10,000 a month. Wow, that's terrific. So you figured it out. That's great. And also, I just wanted to also mention, I'm here. Hello, ASL, you're there. I also wanted to mention, like, success on YouTube can be defined a number of different ways. One of the things I had written down on my notes when I made that video, and actually, let me just show you. When I made that video, those are the notes that I made. I don't know if you can see that, but just kind of point form. And all I did was I put it here so that I could refer to it. But as you know, if you watch the video, I didn't follow a script. I had thoughts in my head. I had bullet points to refer to. I had my phone that I could refer to. And by the time I was done, the video ended up being 25 minutes long. I was aiming for 10 minutes, so I completely missed that. In my mind, I'm thinking nobody wants to watch a video that's longer than 10 minutes, unless you put a cat in it, I suppose. I think that's what happened with me. But anyways, I missed some of the points I wanted to make, but the video was 25 minutes. I didn't want it to certainly be any longer than that. So, you know, I may not have correctly answered all of the questions or points that I wanted to get across in the video, but that's okay. You don't have to be perfect, is what I'm learning, right? This is by far the most successful video I've ever made, and it was by no means perfect in my mind. I mean, I made the video, I then edited it lightly. I didn't do very much to it. I only spent about 30 minutes editing it. I think there were 7 cuts in the video the whole way through 25 minutes until the bloopers. That was a bunch of cuts, but yeah, so very lightly edited, and you know, didn't put near as much effort into the editing as my other videos. And I knew it was not great, but then I just listened to myself. I've told people before, and I've heard other people, you know, tell me through their videos, just upload it. Just upload it. Don't worry about it. Don't put too much thought into it. Just don't worry. If some people don't like it, well, then those aren't the people that I want to reach anyways, right? They're not my future audience. My future audience are people who do like my videos, and then it really doesn't matter what you post, if that makes sense. Like, if you post a bunch of stuff and if you don't like it, the only people who are going to be subscribing to it, to your channel and watching your videos, are the people who do like it, right? Whether you like it or not. So kind of think of it that way. So I posted it, didn't think it was perfect. I missed some of the points, didn't kind of put the period at the end of some of the sentences, but it didn't matter. You know, I got most of my points across, and I can expand on things in the comments. If people ask questions like, what did you mean by this? Or you didn't finish that thought, I can answer in the comments, or I can answer on a live stream if you ask questions here, right? Or I can make notes and then cover them here. So that's kind of that's my thought process, and it seems to work. So there we go. Let me get back to the comments here. I don't want to fall too far behind. Hello, Steve from Knoxville, Tennessee. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Heidi from Denmark. Welcome, Heidi from Denmark. Very good. Let's see, who are we? Else we've got Eric Noss. Careful what you wish for. I have a lot of questions. Ask away, Eric. Ask away. I will do my best to answer them all. Annie, hi from Bali. Oh, very good. That's halfway around the world. Almost exactly, I think. Hi from Bali. Never been to Bali. Would like to someday. Penny, question for Rob. How to start a YouTube channel when I have many interests, but I'm not an expert in a specific one? That's a great question. And actually, you're not alone. A lot of people have that very question. And what I typically say is, if you're just starting a YouTube channel, it almost doesn't matter what you start talking about, because your first several videos are really not going to be seen by very many people. And I don't mean that in a negative way. What I mean is, if you can fast forward a year from now, let's say it takes you a year to get really comfortable making videos, and you've made a whole bunch of videos, and a year from now, the quality of your videos is much better. Well, at that point, you may be getting lots of subscribers and viewers and all that. But those viewers and subscribers you're getting then, you're not getting them because of your first video. They may never actually have seen your first video. Most of the people who are your audience at that point, a year from now, aren't your audience because of your first video. They're not your audience because of your first 20 videos, right? So think of it that way. Think of when you're making your first videos, you're just doing them for you. So it doesn't matter what you talk about. I mean, it does in the sense that you want to know what you're talking about. So pick something that you're either passionate about, or you know a lot about, or I don't know. It could be gaming. It could be, gardening, hiking, walking, traveling, golf, tennis, whatever it is, cooking, literally anything, woodworking, plumbing. You could be doing anything, and somebody wants to hear from you. Okay? If I need to learn how to do something, I always go to YouTube. YouTube is my #1 search engine. Last week I built a fence, right? And to know how to do that, I went to YouTube, how to build a fence, and started looking for nice pictures, and saw a video of somebody building it, and then I say, I'll do it that way. Now, that person who made that video didn't make it knowing that he's an expert, right? He may not have been an expert. It might not be the best way to build a fence, but he made a video, and I watched it, and I learned from it. So, think just some tips. Think about what you might want to talk about, and if you know what you're talking about, make a video, and then just try to get comfortable in front of the camera. Make a video, try to edit it together, and then that's your first one. Upload it, and then kind of sit back and watch it, critique it yourself, and look at how you might have done it differently, right? And that's how you improve. The next video, you'll probably learn something, and then your next video will probably be even better. So so that's my suggestion there, and good luck with it. And this is something new for a lot of you. Liam Moore, thank you for the super chat. That is awesome. Great job on the new video, Liam says. Thank you, Liam. And that was not necessary, but for those who don't know, Liam is my son. So, I've rigged something up that if I do get super chats and whatnot, I press a button and there you go. But thank you very much, bud. That's much appreciated. I learned a lot of what I do on the internet and streaming, this live streaming, from Liam. He's my 25-year-old son, and he knows how to live stream. He's a computer scientist, or a computer science degree, so a software developer, I guess what you are, right, Liam? I've learned a lot of this from him, as a lot of people my age would. If you're watching videos, it's quite often the younger generation that are making videos that help with this sort of thing. So there you go. Another question from Jitka. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yitka or Jitka, I'm not too sure. Can I put an avatar in Camtasia and change my voice? Willing to start my channel. Oh, very good. So, for those who don't know, Camtasia is video editing software. I use it a lot for most of my video editing, actually, because Camtasia is really good when you need to capture your screen as well. Okay, like record your screen, record what you're doing. If you want to make a YouTube or a how-to video on software or websites, Camtasia is really good for that. So what you're asking is, how can you put an avatar in Camtasia and can you change your voice? So right now you can't, but they are working on that, and that's going to be something they add to Camtasia in the next version, which is due out in October. Okay, so Camtasia 20, they're gonna update it to Camtasia 2025 in October of this year, and they're gonna be able now. Okay, let me just back up a little bit. You will have the ability to put avatars in, and speaking. I think you'll be able to choose from a number of voices, but you won't be able to use your like AI won't be able to create your own voice, if that makes sense. I think they're working on that for the future. But the first version of this in Camtasia will be you get to choose from a number of avatars that are just AI generated people that will be talking, and I think you'll be able to choose your voice, you know, male, female, and even accents and different languages as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out. I hope that helped, but yeah, you can't do it just yet in Camtasia. ASL Fun Video says, is my niche? I never know how to say that word. Niche? Is my niche saturated? Sign language ASL. I don't really know, so I don't know much about sign language, but what I do know is I really don't think, how do I say this? I don't know that anything is saturated in the sense that you can always bring something new to the table. Okay, so what I mean by that is, I mean, you may find other channels, YouTube channels, doing what you want to do. In fact, I encourage you to search for them and see what they're doing and see what types of videos are working for them. And then if you get an idea from that as to what kind of video you might want to make, you know, put your own spin on it. Like, I mean, the obvious way to put your own spin on it is it will be you delivering the message. So that's why I highly encourage people to put themselves in their videos instead of doing faceless videos. I know faceless videos are kind of popular, and I think they're popular because there are a lot of people out there who are just nervous about talking to a camera, and they don't want to put their face out there. But that's part of what I like to encourage people to get over, that fear, or try to get over. I mean, you're always going to have a little bit. I do when I talk to the camera. It's like, you know, if I know what I want to say roughly, and if I mess up, you know, oh crap, I messed that one up. I'm going to have to do it again. Blah blah blah. But I guess I've just learned that, you know, like, what does it matter? If I mess up, I mess up, and it's no big deal. And I'll laugh about it. And if I can laugh about it first, then if somebody else laughs at it, they're not laughing at me, they're laughing with me, right? So, and that doesn't bother me. That's fine. And again, if people are laughing at it because, you know, they're being negative, then I don't want them in my audience anyways, and they won't be part of the audience. They won't subscribe, and they'll be gone. So no big deal. So so because of that, yeah, if you can just find a way to put your own spin on the videos, then virtually no niche is saturated the way I look at it. Okay, like right now I'm giving YouTube advice. I am not an expert in YouTube. I have 7,000 subscribers, right? Which right now feels awesome because last week I had 3,800, but still there are 10,000, 50, 100,000 million subscriber channels out there. I am just tiny compared to those. And there's lots of guys out there who are way more qualified to give advice than me, but I'm putting my own spin on it. I'm putting myself in the videos, and I'm being as real as I can, right? So if I mess up, I'll tell you. If I don't know something, I'll tell you that. And yeah, so anyways, that was a long-winded answer to your question. I hope that helped. Ron Deering says, love these weeklies. Awesome. I plan on doing this every Tuesday, same time. Who knows, I may even add more. But right now, one a week is about all I can handle. Let's see. Yo, Liam, yo, how you doing? First time here. Welcome. Good to have you here. I think we have we've got 46 people in here, which is amazing. Thanks all for stopping in. I hope you get some value out of this. And if you do, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up down below. That'd be awesome. What do we have next here? Oh, Ron is from Coeur d'Alene. ID? Is that Idaho? Hopefully I said that right. I'm not sure. It looks French. I didn't think there was any French in Idaho, so I could be wrong. But Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Welcome, Ron. And my apologies if I said that wrong. Jonathan Buckland says, your over 40s videos sparked my interest as I'm going to be 60 next year. Awesome, Jonathan. Awesome. I hope you got some value out of that for sure. Vlog Famous, shout out from Arizona. Hello, Vlog Famous from Arizona. I love Arizona. It's beautiful there. I think it's really hot there right now, though, isn't it? It's hot here, but our hot is way different than your hot. Our hot is like 80 degrees, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, like 28 to 30 Celsius. For those not in the US, is hot here in Halifax. But Arizona, you've got a whole another level of hot for sure. Jonathan Buckland, 6 p.m. Oh, that must be the UK. So, okay, only 4 hours ahead of here. Okay, I thought it was 5. I suppose it might change because we do daylight savings time over here too. Hello from Bali. Oh, I think I already, hello Annie from Bali, but I think I already mentioned you there. Uterp Lab, hi from Italy. It's 30 degrees in the shade here, but everything is fine. So 30 Celsius, I'm assuming, because if that's Fahrenheit, that's below 0. So 30 Celsius, that's quite warm in the shade, very warm. So in the sun, it's probably too hot for me. I'd melt. Brigadier William Wildbeast, hello everyone. Hello Brigadier, welcome back. You've been here many times before. From the Republic of Mauritius. Terrific, very good. I don't think I knew that you were there. That's awesome. Tech Mixer lived in Mississauga, born and raised until 2019, then bought my house in Barrie. Gotcha. Well, I was born and raised here in Halifax. I moved to Mississauga when I graduated university here, and then I came back 7 years later, I think. Like 25 years ago. So I think Mississauga's changed a lot in 25 years. The Twisted Sisters buildings were not there when I was last there. Dina Rossi, hi Rob, thanks for this. I am waiting on your absolute beginner tutorials like wrongfully accused is waiting on a lawyer. That's funny. Very good. Well, you're in luck because I am working on some absolute beginner tutorials because as you may or may not have known, we picked up a whole bunch of new subscribers to this channel in the last 4 days, and I think a good number of them are just looking at starting YouTube and want me to go back to the beginning and talk about like beginner video editing, YouTube, and all that stuff. So you're in luck. Beginner tutorials are on the way. Hey Jonathan, I am 51. Drew Andrews. Hello Drew, welcome. What about content? Currently all my content is examples of my work. That's good. Examples of your work. So you're referring to what kind of content to make in your YouTube channels. Yeah, it can be your work if you enjoy making that kind of content. That's the main thing, if you enjoy it. So some people don't love their work and maybe they want to do YouTube on the side and they want to base it on a hobby that they do like to do after hours of work, right? So you could do that. But if you enjoy your work, awesome, because that's great if you can. It's sad when you don't love what you have to do to earn a living. But yeah, you can do content from your work, absolutely. I guess the only thing to be careful of there is if you're working for a company and they have like trade secrets or something like that, they probably don't want you sharing those. It might even be illegal, I don't know, depending on who you work for and whatnot. So just keep an eye on or keep that in mind, that's all. Liam says upload as much as possible for sure. Yes, good advice. And so that's what I've been doing for the last 3 months, uploading 3 videos a week and doing 1 live stream a week. So that's 4 pieces of content a week, plus doing the odd reel or TikTok, YouTube short, that sort of thing. Yeah, That's how you get out there. And if you're consistent, you will eventually grow a channel. Absolutely. Drew Anders says, good advice. Awesome. Hello from Germany, YB. Hello, YB from Germany. Welcome. Glad you could stop by. 26 videos, only 2 subscribers. That's okay. I was months before I cracked 10 subscribers, I think. It was quite a while. In fact, I'm going to do a video about that. You know, my journey, how long it took, and you'll see it took forever before it started, you know, going up. So yeah, you're at 26 videos. You're still, I would consider that still in the phase of learning how to make videos. I mean, I know you probably know how to make videos now, 26 videos in, but you know, just keep trying to get better and better every time, and the subscribers will come. You only have 2, and also keep in mind, it's not even the number of subscribers that defines success in a YouTube channel. I mean, it's really, I guess it's one of the better measurements of how big a channel is. But really, if you're talking about getting monetized and, you know, what kind of income can you get from a YouTube channel, really the number of subscribers has nothing to do with that. It's how many views your videos are getting, right? So if you make a very detailed video that people need to follow from start to finish, and in fact maybe they have to go back and watch through it several times to learn how to do whatever you're teaching them, if it's that kind of video, you don't need many subscribers, because I mean, several subscribers may watch it more than once, right? So it depends on the type of video you're making. But listen to your subscribers. I know you only have 2 at this point, but try to figure out what they want from you. What kind of things can you help them with? You know, if you think about it that way. And then your channel will grow, is what I believe. Always welcome to visit me in Bali. Very good. Yeah, Bali, that's a long way away. That would be a long flight. I'd love to see Bali sometime. Make videos that you like is good advice. Absolutely. Make videos that you like. Another question here. What do we do when a video goes great, but then for whatever reason just stops getting views? Great question. Yeah, I can speak a little bit from my own perspective. So before this last video that I posted, it's like I got popcorn in my mouth. What I had was I had a nice following of subscribers that I had kind of built up mainly over just these last few months. Once I decided to get consistent with my video publishing, what I would notice is every time I posted a new video, right off the bat, I'd get some good numbers, but then it would kind of tail off, and I wouldn't. So I think what was happening is my subscribers are getting notified that I've released a new video, and a good number of them would go and see it. But perhaps YouTube is not serving it up to other people who aren't subscribed. Not that much. I think the way the thing works is that it'll try videos, right? It'll try serving them up to new people. And I think what it does, and it's not that there's somebody sitting behind a desk that decides, I'm going to try this video now. No, it's not. It's all automated from what I understand. Well, it would have to be, because there's millions and millions of videos going up all the time. So through that automation, YouTube is trying to put videos in front of people that they think those people would like to see, right? And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. If they're right and a lot of people start clicking on it, then they'll probably try to serve that video up to more people of similar type, right? So yeah, so you really have to, there's a lot of, I mean, I like stats, so I'm always trying to learn how this whole thing is working and whatnot. So I'm always in, you know, YouTube Studio and trying to figure out, okay, and then, yeah, so most of my videos would kind of tail off and then not get many views after that. Now, about a month ago, a little more than a month ago, the software that I've made most of my videos about, which is Camtasia video editing, they came out with a brand new version, right, with new features and whatnot. And I did a live stream that basically announced that on the day they released it, and I kind of advertised that I was going to do that a couple weeks ahead of time. At the end of all my videos leading up to that June 4th date, I let people know, on June 4th, I'm going to have a live stream. I'm going to go through all the new features, blah, 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 blah. And because of that, those videos and that live stream did really well, and are still doing fairly well. But again, they do tend to level out and stop getting views. Now, this video that I posted last Friday it's still getting a lot of views. So I think YouTube is recognizing that a lot of people are liking it and watching a lot of it. Thanks to Peanut, I think. Everyone wants to stay to the end and watch her. Yeah, so that one hasn't dropped off yet. But in terms of what do you do if a video goes great and then stops getting views, I wouldn't necessarily do anything to that video. Just try to learn, okay, what about that video was good. Try to figure out what they liked, and you can look at your stats in YouTube Studio to see, try to look for clues. Like, were there parts of the video where people watched over and over again? You can see that in the graph. And try to figure all that out. And then get to work on your next video is really what you do. Whether your video goes great or not, get to work on your next video. I've already filmed my next video. It's basically a part 2 to the one I did on Friday. It just kind of goes into more depth on, well, what was it about? It was, well, I've still got it here. What does it say? Okay, the title of the video that I'm going to release tomorrow is Why Your First Video Doesn't Matter. Okay, kind of a weird title, but who knows? We'll see how that does. But I've already filmed it. I have not edited it yet. It will be shorter than the 25-minute one. I think it'll be around 14 minutes, so that'll be better, I think. 25 minutes is a bit long. So yeah, I just got to work on that. Even though this video is still doing great, I got to work on another one that was similar to that last one. So that's what I would say in terms of what to do. So I hope that helps. Creative Investor. Hello, Creative Investor. Just found you today. How are you doing this screen overlay on the right side while you are live? You mean this thing here. So I'm using Ecamm Live as the software to do the live stream. Okay, that's software that it's only available for a Mac, so I have it on my MacBook. If you have a PC, then you can use OBS Studio, which is free software actually. Ecamm Live is not free. I want to say it's $20 or $30 a month. And then there's other options too. You can use StreamYard, is an online type of software, but I use Ecamm Live. As far as the overlay that I turn on and off, and also this, see this yellow thing? So this is my, it's another overlay, my highlighter overlay. I should move that down to Q&A because that's kind of what we're doing now. I made those in Canva. So what they are, they're graphics, and I made them in Canva with transparent background, and I exported them as PNG image files with a transparent background. So this is, actually, let me show you. I'll show this to you. Let me share my screen with you. How's that? Haven't done that yet today. So let's go right here. There's my screen. That is Canva. I'm logged into my Canva account, and this is the overlay. So I built this overlay in here and I exported it as an image. Now this gray here, this is white. That white is actually see-through. It's transparent. And you can actually only do that if you have the paid version of Canva, which I have. You can get Canva, you can sign up for Canva and use their free account, but it won't allow you to do transparency. Okay, so you can see here when I go share and download this, I would click here and I would unselect that. I would select just that page there, which is this one. Okay, hit done, and then I would have to click this transparent background. Okay, that's not an option for you if you're on the free account, but if you have on the paid account, it is an option. And then I won't do this now, so I already did it. Now this is an image that I can import into Ecamm Live. You can also import this into OBS Studio or whatever other streaming software you're going to use to do your live stream. You can also import that into video editing software if you wanted to put this kind of an overlay on a video that you're making, okay, that you're editing together. And it doesn't matter what program you use, whether CapCut or Camtasia or whatever, okay. This looks gray, but it's not. That is actually black, but I turned the opacity or the transparency down to 40%. You see what happens when I change that? I can go back up to 100%. It's all black. Then you wouldn't be able to see through it. I dropped it down to 40%. Let's just go right there on 40%. Then I exported it, and now we'll go back, and you'll see here that it is an overlay. I then connected that to my Stream Deck, so there's a button here now that I can turn it on or off like that. And same with that yellow button. I can turn it on or off. That's how I did it. So I hope that helped. Let's see, what do we got next here? Sarah Stroud. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for stopping in. Will you consider giving us a 7 or 10 or 20-day challenge? I did one once before, many moons ago, and it really helped me get started. Would be fun and give us confidence. Thanks for considering. That's a fantastic idea. In fact, I've got that written down. I don't know if we were thinking the same thing or not, but what I was talking about was, where is it now? 30-day challenge is what I wrote down. Practice, getting comfortable, 30-day challenge. So what I was thinking of, and you can let me know if you're thinking the same thing, is, I mean, you can do it for anything, but I was thinking in terms of getting comfortable on camera and doing a 30-day challenge where you talk for 5 minutes on camera and record yourself. And do that every day for 30 days, and then compare your first day to your last day, right? That might be fun and a great exercise to practice. Now, one thing we can talk about, you guys can let me know what you think is a good idea or not, and that is, are we going to upload those videos to YouTube, right? That takes it to another level, doesn't it? So maybe the 30-day challenge is the first 10 days you don't upload them, but then days 11 through 30 or whatever it is, you upload them to YouTube, right? Why not? If you're just getting started, oh, why not upload them all, right? You're practicing. So I like that idea. But anyways, let me know if that's what you're thinking, because there's other challenges too. Well, I mean, just trying to, I'd have to put some more thought into how else you could do that, but I think that'd be fun. Anyways, so yeah, I am giving that some more thought, and we'll see where we can go with that. Oh, I already saw that there. Sorry, I clicked above. Penny says, thank you for answering my question. I was thinking that I had to pick one thing to create branding. Great tips. You really don't have to pick one thing. I think your audience will pick it for you. If you just kind of steer your content towards what you think will help your audience or what they're in fact asking you for, I think that's the best way to go. And then you don't have to put as much thought into it. If you don't have an audience when you're starting, then obviously you have to start with something. So, that's broadly you can start that way. So for example, when I started, I was doing video editing tips, right, on a specific piece of software, Camtasia. Now, based on what this channel has done in the last 4 days only, I may be pivoting to something else. Like, I'm still going to use Camtasia. I'm still going to answer Camtasia questions and help people with that. And I was even looking into creating a course on Camtasia to help people who want to get, actually both beginners or experts. But, if you guys tell me, and by you guys, it's all of my current subscribers, and half of you are new since Friday. If you guys want me to do something else, I'll do something else, right? So listen to your audience. That's what I'm going to do, and you can follow me and see how it works out for me, and hopefully it works out for both of us. Okay, 1 second. Let me. And I hope you don't mind that I'm kind of going slowly through these. I'm only about halfway through the chats, and that's kind of the way these go. I do have to get better and faster at answering these. Like, again, typically we have, 18 to 24 people in here, and I'm doing software tutorials. Today we have over 50, which is awesome. I'm humbled by this. This is terrific. I love it. So I may have to get better at, shortening my answers and being a little quicker at going through the chat. But if you guys are cool with this, the Q&A, maybe most of these live streams kind of take this approach rather than detailed how-to tutorials. I could do those on another day or something. Like what I end up doing going forward may change, right? So depending on what you guys want. Okay, so where are we? Love My Tech says to Sarah, I love that idea. Oh, the challenge idea. Have a group challenge and see where things go. Accountability and team support is helpful. Absolutely. I think that'd be great. Yeah, so that might even be better once I have a community kind of thing set up where we can share and actually see each other's, or we could just share the videos. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking out loud now. Like maybe, whoever wants to partake in this challenge can share their channel names or whatever, and I could do a live episode like this, kind of going through them. We'll watch the first one, we'll watch the 30th one, and see the progress. And that could be fun for everybody. You guys get a little bit of free exposure, say, through the channel here, and everybody else who's watching can learn how well the challenge worked. I really like that idea. That's leave that with me. I think we'll do that. Yay, Liam, you are a great son. He's a fantastic son, isn't he? Thank you, Penny. Great to see your son supporting you. Can't get my kids to watch my videos. Very good. Yeah, that's funny. It's hard too and what I'm learning, because I'm obviously older than my son, the younger generations don't tend to watch a whole lot of long form videos. Like a 25-minute video that I made on Friday, that wouldn't really fly if that was targeted towards 20-somethings, I don't think, because they're watching TikTok and swiping, and if you don't have their attention in 10 to 15 seconds, see you later, they're gone, right? So I think with us older crowd, we have a little better chance that people are going to stick around a little bit longer. That's what I'm learning anyways. Jessica, hello Jessica. Rob, I have a question. What happens when you have many interests? I am confused because I am a singer and songwriter. I like spirituality, astrology, pop culture, and mental health. That's a lot of stuff, but awesome. That is awesome. So here's something to think about. If you haven't started a channel yet, or even if you have and it's still small, pick one of those things and do a video on it, right? Then pick another one for your second video, do a video on that. Like just spread it around. And after you've done, so you've listed 5 or 6 different things there, once you've done 5 or 6 videos, you've done a video on each one, then kind of go back and do a second video on something, whichever one you had the most fun doing, right? And just kind of bounce back and forth. And you don't really, people say you've got to niche down. You've got to really niche down, or like if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. Yes and no. If you grow a channel and you're always talking about singing, for example, and you grow your channel up to 50,000 subscribers, always talking about singing, and then if you decide to change, and now all of a sudden you're going to start talking about astrology, right? Nothing to do with the singing. Well, those 50,000 subscribers that you built up who were there because of your singing videos, maybe a good chunk of them may not be interested in the spirituality videos, and you may start losing them. You may start growing a new audience within your bigger audience. But so that's why the time to experiment and try to figure out what you want to make videos about is in the beginning, before you get too big and kind of locked into whatever it is you're making videos about. Okay, so yeah, have some fun with it. Don't stress too much about what your videos are going to be about. Just pick something you'd like to talk about, or you think you might want to make a video about. Maybe you have a fun idea about one of those things, and go from there, and let us know how you make out. Jitka, that's great, and not that far from now. Oh, for the probably see, that's the problem too. If I start falling too far behind in the chats, I forget what we were talking about. But you're probably talking about the challenge. So you like me to do that soon. Great to see your son supporting. And yes, so yeah, I would like to do that soon too. I can barely. Oh, I already clicked on that one, so I might be bouncing back and forth here. Drew Andrews says, Camtasia is my favorite. I am a long-time TechSmith user. Yeah, Camtasia's been around a long time, since the late 90s, I think. And their specialty is screen recording, screen capturing. And I think that's kind of how they started, and they've kind of morphed into a video editing software, and one of the easier ones to learn too. So I'm a long-time user as well. Let me see here. Annie says, what a genuine guy you are. A big hello to Liam. You are the best motivator. Awesome. Thank you. And hello to Liam too. Penny says, I will go to work now and will watch the replay later. Can we still ask questions in the comments? Thanks for the live stream. Have a great day. No problem, Penny. And yes, I should have mentioned that in the beginning. So just so you guys know, the way I do these live streams, even though my channel is monetized, I don't do these live streams with monetization on. So that's off, and what that means is you won't get served up any ads during these live streams, okay? So ad-free for the whole live stream if I'm here for 2 or 3 hours, whatever it is. And that way, because if monetization was on, then what could happen is I would be interrupted by an ad that you'll be forced to watch, and then when that's over, you would come back and you will have missed something that I said, right? So I don't want that. Once the live stream is over, this live stream becomes a video on my channel, a video on demand. You'd have to go to my channel and go to the live tab, and then you can go back and see all the live streams I've done. So at that point, I will turn monetization on, so there would be ads. But when you watch a video replay like that, whenever there's an ad served up into the video is paused. Okay, so you could watch whatever of that ad, you can skip it, whatever. Whenever that's done, you go back to the point where you were when the ad interrupted things. So that's the way that works. So yeah, absolutely, you can watch this on the replay and you can comment. So yeah, you guys are all commenting in the live chat right now because we're live. But once the live stream is over, then you'll be able to put comments in at the bottom, just like any video on my channel. Okay, so that's how that works. Great question. Dina Bean, hello Dina Bean, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. The eCam shows the comments a little bit differently. So it says hand pink waving, but it actually shows it in there it is. I see the hand pink waving. Very good. Hi neighbor from Dawn. Hello Dawn. Dawn? Picture of a dog, so it's not my neighbor Dawn. So, but you're probably close. You're in Halifax maybe, or Nova Scotia? Welcome. Love My Tech says, like your approach of taking us along your journey. On your journey. It is truly a process and sometimes feels overwhelming because most of us are creating in isolation. That's true. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I like to fall. Again, I've spent 3 years trying to figure this thing out, and I've watched a lot of videos trying to figure out how people are growing their channels, where did they start from. I love watching the videos of, how long it took to get monetized, how long it took to get 5,000 subscribers or whatever. And then what I like to do is I go back to the beginning. I find a channel that I'm interested in, or I like the way they've grown, or I like the way they talk or whatever. and I go right back to their first video, and I want to see what that looked like and how long ago that was, right? I'm just interested, and then I would think, well, it would have been nice if I kind of followed them the whole way through. So because of that, I'm going to try to do that here. Like, again, I'm by no means a large YouTube channel right now. Feels large at the moment because of how well Friday's video did, but my plan is to basically take you guys through the journey, and hopefully new people will come on and start watching at different points, and be able to go back and see what the progress was once we're at 1 million subscribers or whatever we end up getting to. Inez Bishish, I'm sorry, I know I said that wrong. Inez, hello Inez, how you doing? And welcome. Greetings from Germany. Greetings back from Canada. Thanks for stopping in. John Stanford sent good vibes right back at you, John. Dina Bean says, do you have any concerns regarding ID theft or AI? Not really. I mean, we all have to be concerned, I guess, about ID theft. I've really no concerns over AI. Now, so some people may be concerned that, well, AI is going to replace people and replace jobs, take over jobs and all this stuff. Yes, it may make some people's jobs easier. So maybe in the sense that some people, if they may have had to hire assistants, maybe now they don't need to hire as many assistants because they can get AI to do some things for them, like ChatGPT to maybe draft up an outline for a script or whatever. But from a video editing point of view, as these video editing platforms start giving us the ability to put AI avatars in our videos, and like an AI person is doing the talking, it could be an AI voice without a face in the video, or what's coming are faces as well that aren't real people, but they're talking. And now, right now, you can usually tell that it's AI. There might be some glitches in it or whatnot, but that technology is getting better. So it's going to be, there will likely come a day where you won't be able to tell. Again, I'm not too worried about that. And the reason is, I mean, it might make it easier for some people to create faceless channels. Well, faceless in the sense that it's not their face, right? So, but again, I still encourage people to use their own face, because then you are creating a brand that your face is attached to. Like, you're the only one with your face, I guess, unless you have a twin or a triplet or whatever. But you know what I mean, right? I'm me, and I am what is making my videos unique. I'm not giving you any information that isn't already available out there somewhere on other channels. You could find other people talking about the same things I'm talking about, but if I resonate with you, and chances are I am, at least the 53 of you who are in here still listening to me ramble, then it's working, and I can grow an audience because it's me. I don't think most of you are here only for the information. You're here for my cat. And just so, does this work? There she is right there. Give you a little cat update. That's Peanut. She's asleep on my desk. So that's what I think a lot of you are here for. It makes my channel unique, right? So I'm not worried about AI in that sense. So I hope that helped. I hope that answered your question. Dave, hello Dave from Ottawa. Welcome to the live stream. I just turned 60 as well. Awesome. Happy birthday. And I hope you get started on YouTube, and good luck with it. I'm assuming maybe you're considering that because you're here. Brigadier William Wild the Beast says it's 21:28 where I am right now. Wow, it's almost the end of the day. It's almost tomorrow, another half an hour. That's late. I'd be in bed by now. John Stanford says, why do you think people don't start YouTube, and what can they do to overcome those barriers? Just going to move this down a little bit. Why do I think people don't start? Well, I think the big thing is, well, I guess there's a couple things. fear of getting started and fear of being on camera would be number one. Technology is probably a big one, especially people over 40. Well, I shouldn't. I mean, there's a lot of people over 40 who are very familiar and okay with technology. But the older you get, perhaps the less comfortable you are with tech and technology and how all this works. So, like if you're in your 80s and 90s, maybe you have no idea how YouTube works and you don't care to learn how it works, right? So that's probably why they don't start. But anybody who's interested in it, I would say the main reason is probably fear of getting started or not knowing how to start. So actually that kind of leads right into what I'm talking about here. Those are the two main things I want to help people with. Get over your fear, help people get over their fear of starting and talking on camera, and help you with like exactly what to do, like how to make a video. How do I record a video on my phone? How do I use a camera? How do I put a lens on a camera? How do I use a tripod? Like what tripod should I use? How do I hook a mic, an external mic up to my phone or record? All that stuff. Whatever you need to know to go from, I don't know anything about YouTube to posting your first YouTube video. That's what I want to help the majority of you guys do. And maybe a lot of you know how to do a lot of that. So maybe you won't get all of the value, but perhaps you'll pick some value out of it here and there. Oh, I didn't know how to do that piece of it or whatever. So that's what I aim to do. Hopefully that will help a lot of people. Tech for Senior, Ron Brown from Hot Comox, BC. Hello, Ron, a longtime viewer. Welcome back. And yeah, it's hot out in Comox too, eh? Wow, that's there's quite the heat wave right across the continent. Oh, I already did that one. Steve Chastain. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the live stream. Looking at people viewing YouTube, there doesn't seem to be many people over 50 using YouTube. Any suggestions to getting followers in the older age groups? The only thing I would suggest really is just to make content that they would want to see, that so if you're making videos helping people learn how to do something like a how-to video, whether that's how to in software or how to in your garage, how to change the oil of your car, how to do woodworking, whatever it is. If you're teaching things that the older generation wants to learn how to do, then that's how you would attract them, right? So I would more think of it as like, well, again, so look at the video that I did on Friday. Right in the title, it said over 40, right? So why people over 40 should start YouTube or must start YouTube. That right there kind of targeted that group, even though there's a lot of people under 40 who watched the video as well, but got some inspiration from it. Yeah, so you could put that in the title if you want to really, if you want to proactively go after an age group, but if you want to kind of do it, without having to put it in your title, just creating something that that people of that age would want to learn how to do would be the way to do it. So hope that helps. Just going through the chats here. Aqua, Earth, and Fire. Hello all. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. And Eric Noss says, can you go over how to set up hot links in Camtasia, I assume, and what we need to do so that they work in YouTube and Instagram? Enjoy your channel, especially the last post. Glad it worked out for you. I can make a note of that. Well, actually, that's not something I've ever done. So for those who don't know, what Eric is referring to is putting a link right in a video so that you can click on that and be taken to whatever that link is for, like a web page or something. Camtasia does give you the ability to do that if you also export your video with their player, if that makes sense. But if you're going to upload your video to YouTube, that won't work. The only way to make a link available to a video you're putting on YouTube is to put that link in the description below your video. Okay, that's the only way to do that. But there is a way to do it for if you're using Camtasia, if you're going to upload it somewhere else, like on your own website. But I've never even done that. Usually if I upload something to my website, it's going to be, I'm actually going to put it on YouTube first and then just embed the YouTube link on my website. Then I don't have to host the video. YouTube is, and I would save on bandwidth and all that stuff. So anyways, I hope that helps, depending on how you would want to upload your video. Pamela Powers says, I needed a tutorial for photo elements, and the first two people didn't a clue, but the next one with many less subscribers had the answer. Very good. I'm not familiar with photo elements, but yeah, if you found somebody with a lot less subscribers that has the answer you need, you're probably more apt to subscribe to that person and help that person grow their channel. So that's great for you and great for them. Win-win. Just seeing your video title about 40-year-olds starting a YouTube channel. I am 41, wanting to start a channel, obviously, but have nothing to contribute, I'm afraid. I would disagree with that without knowing you, but I think everybody has something to contribute. Like just if you're having trouble figuring out what to talk about or what to do a video on, just start with, like, if you had some friends over to your house or you're visiting friends, what would you typically talk about? Right? What are your interests? What would you talk to them about? What would you talk to family members about? You start there. And if that doesn't help, then maybe look at your work. Like, what do you do for work? And then maybe you can expand on that. Maybe you do something in work that other people who don't do your job don't know how to do. You could make videos on that. So I would think most people would have something. It's just a matter. Sometimes it can be hard to figure out what it is, though. I get that. And Yitka, again, I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing that right. I appreciate your sincerity. I would like to start making videos about English for my folks. Need to shoot my screen commenting on my language schemes. Is Camtasia the best tool for that? Yes, you can use Camtasia to capture your screen. Absolutely. You can record, like, just same way you would record on a camera if you're filming yourself. You can record in Camtasia, record your screen, then do what you want to do, with your mouse, your cursor, move things around, whatever. And when you're done, stop the recording. And then in Camtasia, you can edit that, like trim off the beginning, the end, and make it look, better, add some text or whatever. Camtasia is a great tool for that. Absolutely. And Annie says, what kind of camera are you using? This camera here is a Sony a6400. It's called a mirrorless camera. I've had it for 4 years now, maybe, I think 4 years, this one. And I've got the Sigma f1.4 16 millimeter lens. It's quite popular, actually. I have links in my description below for these. So this is the a6400. The camera I used for my video on Friday was the Sony ZV-E10, which is very similar to this one, just newer. And I used this lens on that camera at that time. So that's what I've been using. But I also, like when I showed you the cat, let's do that again. This here is my iPhone. So that's this here. That's just my iPhone. iPhone 15 Pro Max, I think. So those are the cameras I use. Next we have Roland. Hello from northern Sweden. Really like your videos. Hello, Roland, and thank you for the compliment. That's great. Hope you're getting some value from them. Hello from Shanghai. You just discovered your channel. Hello, Marcus from Shanghai. Thanks for stopping in. You're right, it has nothing to do with subscribers or likes. More to do with niche and views. Absolutely. Rosa Wellbeing. Hello, Rob. I'm a holistic gardener and ready to start my YouTube from New York. Thanks for this Q&A. No problem, Rosa. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're getting some value from this. Hopefully you didn't have to wait too long. It looks 8? No. Hopefully you didn't have to wait too long for me to get to your answer. I'm falling a little bit behind. I'll have to get better at this. if we're going to have this many people in the, which is awesome. We can have even more, but this is my first time kind of moderating myself, and I may need to get some moderators in this channel to help me with this. Yeah, I'll get better. I'll get faster. Good luck with your channel. Vickers Couple says, thanks for the live. Hello, Vickers Couple. You're welcome. Write a script after research. Use a certain format when writing your script. Shoot video, make edits, upload. That's it in a nutshell. Bingo. Except you don't necessarily have to write a script, like the video I did on Friday over there. No script. I just had bullet points. And see, the thing that happens with me, if I write too many notes, if I write too many words down, I'll tend to look at them all, right? So it's almost better, the fewer words that I have, the better. So like the video I did on Friday, again, those were my notes. Got to hide my face, it'll focus on them. So that is too much. I mean, it worked, but I missed a lot of things. So instead, the next video I did, which I filmed yesterday, just 4. Okay? 4, that's not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I filmed it. It's coming out tomorrow, that video. Just 4 bullet points. So that way I just have to look down 4 times and talk, and then the video is going to be much shorter. So, yeah. But if you're making a video about something that's a little more complex and you can't miss anything, then at that point it would be good to have a script. And if you want to deliver your video like with a teleprompter, and you want to like read line for line, you can do that with a teleprompter. Then it still looks like the eyes are, like I'm looking at a teleprompter right now, but there's nothing on it. I know the camera is behind it. It's just a piece of glass. I use the teleprompter with my phone up there for the intro of most of my videos, not the one on Friday. So anyways, yeah, I hope that helps. Vickers Couple, thanks for the live hello. We have Sanita, makes crochet items. Hi all, hello Sanita, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Tarot 1-to-1. I saw your last video, over 40, really liked it, and it has encouraged me to start making videos. Awesome, great to hear. Thanks. Thank you for stopping in and letting me know. That's awesome. Hello from the UK. Hello from across the pond here in Canada. The most important thing is to get started. 100% absolutely agree with that. Good subject for the next video. I get a lot of ideas from doing these live streams. Actually, I get most of my ideas this way, which is really, really helpful. Ecamm Live for Mac, OBS, or StreamYard for PC. Absolutely, and I've used them all. I only switched to a Mac a little more than a year ago. I was a PC guy my whole life. And then it was last March, I think, is when I bought this one. It wasn't brand new. Well, it was new. I bought it from Apple, but it's the 2021 version of the MacBook Pro. And I love it. I love it. It took me some getting used to with closing windows by going up to the left instead of up to the right. That's the biggest difference. Using Command instead of Control. A couple little differences, but other than that, it's great. Hello, Sarah. Oh, I already said hello to you, but hello again. Love that you are so real and natural and giving a lot of great info. Good stuff. Awesome. Glad you're liking it. That's amazing. Hello. Hello. What is a good length? So Crafty Stuff by Stacy. Hello, Stacy. Welcome. What is a good length for a video? So I think a good length is 8 to 10 minutes. It depends what you're doing. If I'm making a how-to tutorial video, like how to do something, it can be shorter. So for example, I made a video on how to add chapters to your YouTube video. Okay, have you ever watched a YouTube video and you see the red line along the bottom? Sometimes it's kind of chopped up into chapters and you can see the titles of each chapter. There's a way to do that And you do that by going into your description and adding chapters. Anyways, it's not that hard to teach how to do that. So I made a video on it. And I think the video is only 4 minutes long. So that's all it took me to make that. So I would say the length of the video should only be as long as it has to be to get your point across, if that makes sense, if you're trying to teach something. So if it only takes you 2 minutes to teach something, and that's the point of your video, you're making a video to try to teach something, and then just make it 2 minutes. When you're talking about, like if you're making vlog type videos where, I don't know, people are following you around, you're like telling a story, right? Then it can be any length. But generally speaking, the longer you make a video, the less number of people that are going to watch all of it. So keep that in mind. So the video I made on Friday, it was 25 minutes long. I thought that was too long. I was aiming for 10 minutes. But what happened was, again, I wasn't following a script. I wasn't looking at my notes that much. And you guys saw me, if you watched that video, stumble a couple times. And I ended up rambling about a few things. I ended up talking longer. And then when I got to editing that video, I just decided, no, I'm not going to chop that up. I'm going to leave it. I mean, there was a couple places I had to, but for the most part, I said, okay, this ended up being 25 minutes. Now, what I did, and you guys may have noticed this, and this may have helped the video actually. Actually, it was Pam Powers, if you're still here. It was her idea to put, she got me thinking of the idea of putting bloopers in my videos. She had mentioned that quite a while ago. Couple months ago, I think. I'd love to see bloopers, and I hadn't done it. And then when I did this one, because it took me so many takes to get it right in the beginning, I thought at the end of that, so, well, you know what? That might be fun to put them at the end. And not only might it be fun, and people might enjoy those, but it might be a good way to get people to the end of the video. So what I did, I consciously put some text in my video near the beginning that said, stay tuned for the bloopers at the end. And then as we got closer to it, like a minute or so before the end, I said, bloopers coming up, right? So I tried to string people along. I tried to string you guys along. So, you know, that's a trick you could do if you're trying to keep people watching for longer. You could say things like, be sure to stick around to the end of the video, you know, where I'm going to give you a bonus tip. Like you've heard people do things like that in videos. You really only have to do that if you're concerned that whatever you're talking about is not engaging enough and you may start losing people. But if it's a tutorial video that you have to show all the steps, then that's less of a concern. So as long as it has to be to get your point across, and no longer is my advice there. But I do like the 8 to 10 minute sweet spot. You know, that's just, maybe that's just me though. And it might depend on how old your target audience is too. Yes, yes, and yes. I forget what we were talking about, Sarah, but yes, yes, and yes. That's good. Sounds like a great idea. I'm camera shy. Should there be a specific topic? No, whatever you feel comfortable talking about is what you should talk about. Nothing, doesn't have to be anything specific. Camtasia is, if you're asking me what that is, that's software that you can buy on TechSmith's website. I might have a link for it below in my description, Camtasia. It's video editing software. It allows you, so once you film a video, if you film it on your camera, you can then bring it into Camtasia and edit it. You can, you know, cut out the beginning if you made some mistakes, cut out any mistakes in the middle, at the end. That's the main edits, and then you can add text to it. You can add music to it if you want, sound effects if you want. B-roll, if you guys know what that is, just basically cuts to other supporting clips. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later as well. But yeah, you use Camtasia to edit videos together to make it a nice polished video. Then you export it from Camtasia into an MP4 video file that's on your computer now. Then you upload that to YouTube. So that's the process. Camtasia isn't the only video editor. You can use other ones, like CapCut is a nice free one you could use that is very popular right now. And I do plan on making videos on that one as well. Jacqueline Rogers. Hello, Jacqueline. Welcome to the live stream. For me, perfection is the enemy of perfection. For me, perfection is the enemy of perfection, and I've become willing to be awful as I work to be better. Very poetic. I understand what you're talking about, but yes, well said. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time trying to be perfect, and the end result usually is maybe a little bit robotic. Like if I'm trying to edit perfectly, cut out all of the little mistakes, cut out all of my breaths, inhales, exhales, whatever, stutters. It looks too polished, in my opinion. Now, sometimes I have to do that because I want, like, maybe I know this video is going to be about something that, might not interest that many people. So I might then make a video like that, try to make it as short as possible, and I'll edit a whole bunch of things out. But what I'm learning these last several days anyways is that doesn't necessarily equal success. Maybe just don't edit. And this is great news, by the way. If I don't have to spend as much time editing and just kind of go off the cuff and speak my mind and just, try to do it without a script. And if that's what you guys like, that's what I'll continue to do. And if that works, then that works. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, and that's willing to be awful as I work to be better. I like that. And Aqua, Earth, and Fire can relate. I think it's great that you interact with us in the chat. Well, it's fun. I like this. So I hope you guys like it too. It's fun. Edgy says, I would like to see you go through the list that you have on the right. Thanks. What time allows? Yes, I'm sorry. I have been kind of going through a lot of it, but let me try to power through. Let me bring back up the yellow highlighter. I can probably move that down because we've talked about that video a lot. And we've also talked about YouTube a lot, and we've kind of bounced around a lot of these things, but at least if I put it here, then it looks like we're making some progress. Where are we now? Group challenge, accountability buddy. I love it. I love it. Liam says a Discord server would be great community space to share challenge updates. Awesome. You've been trying to convince me to set up a Discord server for quite some time, Liam. That's a little out of my comfort zone right now, but perhaps that's a good idea. Anybody else out there familiar with Discord? Okay, let me just try to just look for questions here. Oh, here we go. Good Guys Winning. Hello, Good Guys Winning. Welcome. Have many videos uploaded, not edited. The computer and editing learning is a complete new learning process for me. Yeah, and it can be daunting, absolutely. But the thing with editing is you can, if you want, you don't have to do a lot, or you can do a lot or not a lot. Like, it's really up to you. Like, if you guys are anybody out there familiar with Mr. Beast, like, he makes videos that are highly edited. Now, he's more in the entertaining side. Like, when I think of YouTube content creators, I think of two main categories. You've got entertainers and you've got educators. Okay, entertainers is like Mr. Beast, or people who are doing gaming, streaming or videos, or making funny skit type videos. That's all entertainment, and that's what Mr. Beast does. But they're highly edited, but they're designed to really keep you, like, he'll do a cut every second, cut to something else. That must take forever to edit. Well, he has a team of editors that would do it all for him. But the other side is educators, which don't need to be nearly as edited. They can be, but they don't have to be. Depends on what you're educating people with. So yeah, depending on what you're making content about, you may not have to do a lot of editing. African Tales by Kaya. Hello, Kaya. Welcome. I'm a new content creator. I like to know if it's true that YouTube will not monetize my channel if I share my channel link or video link on social media, WhatsApp, and co. No, you can share your YouTube link, your YouTube channel link anywhere, as far as I know. That's not going to stop YouTube from monetizing you. You can post it on WhatsApp and social media, no problem. I can't think of why that would be a problem. But in terms of getting monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last year to get monetized. And when I say monetized like that, I'm just talking about YouTube AdSense, like to participate in their ad revenue to earn money directly from YouTube, which, by the way, is not usually the way to make the most money from your YouTube channel. That's one way, but it's often the smaller way. So, and I will get into that. A lot more ways, better ways to make money on YouTube than just getting monetized. People make money through their YouTube channels well before they are monetized by YouTube. So keep that in mind too. And again, I will get into that. David McDonnell. Hello, David. I've noticed in the property screen you have the default Apple color selection tiles, but all I see are the RGB hex codes. I can add favorite colors, but just curious if I can change it. I think you're referring to Camtasia, if I'm not mistaken. All you see is the RGB hex codes. I can add favorite colors, but just curious if I can change it. I'm not sure about that. Again, I've only been an Apple user for about a year, a little more than a year, so I haven't done anything to change how colors are displayed in my any of my programs that whenever I need to pick a color for anything. But I know in Camtasia you can set up your own themes with your own colors, right? And then you can call up a theme. Like once you know the hex codes, create a theme that includes all the colors you want to use, and then that theme will always be available to you when you're editing. So maybe that helps. Brenda Moore, love your last name. Hello, Brenda. I'm 62 and always have had a sense of fashion and style. I'm not very tech savvy. That's kept me from getting started. So your how-to from the beginning will help. Awesome. Awesome. I will definitely get to that. David says, I learned the hard way the difference between having the arrow selector selected or the crop tool selected when scaling up the video for animations. I kept losing my dynamic background, not knowing why. Yes, I've been there, done that as well. Control Z is your friend. You can back up any mistakes you make in Camtasia. In most programs, actually. Tech Mixer says, what was your retention like on the video from Friday? Just curious. I can share that with you for those who are interested. Let me just find it here. Funnily enough, not that good. Which, you know, you think, okay, to make for a video to do well, perhaps the click-through rate's got to be high, the retention's got to be high, and all that stuff. No, well, let me bring this down to my screen so I can share it with you guys. And share my screen. There it is. So let me just refresh the page so you know it's current. So 79, almost at 80,000 views. Wow, that just blows my mind. And it's still going up. It took a day though. See that? It took a day and a half before YouTube decided, yeah, let's start showing this to people. But anyways, so we've got 2,900 new subscribers from this video alone, which is crazy. There it is. So the average person viewed 22%. Am I saying that right? The average percentage viewed is 22.8%. The average person has watched 23% of the video. Okay? But like once you get out here, this is, so 23 minutes in. Were those part of the bloopers? Yeah, the bloopers started around 22, 23 minutes. Only about 12% of the people who watched this actually made it to the bloopers, if that makes sense. Right? And if we go back to the beginning, after 47 seconds of this 25-minute video, only 57% of the people were still watching. So that's interesting. So yeah, no, I've had videos do much better than this from a retention point of view. but certainly not from a views point of view, right? 80,000 views. It's crazy. So there you go. Share some of that with you guys. I'm going to make a video on this too. I think that's what you're supposed to do. If you ever have a video go viral or semi-viral or whatever you call this, because people are interested. People want to know, how long does it take for this to happen? And what does it take for this to happen? Janetta M. Hello, Janetta. What's the best payment system? I guess whatever you use. I think PayPal probably is. I've had websites before and bought, sold stuff online. I've always found PayPal to be really good. I know there are probably newer ones now, but once I finally get my website set up and have something to offer people, it's probably going to be PayPal that I use. So yeah, that's just what I'm used to. And it tends to be, so it also may depend on what country you're in. So in Canada, PayPal is great. In other countries, maybe something else is more preferred. So you may even want to Google your question and just put, in United States or Canada or whatever country you're in. So that I hope that helps. Jessica says, I think you're great at explaining and teaching. Thanks a lot, Rob. No problem, and thank you for the compliment. I am not a teacher, contrary to what some people have thought I was, but I am not a teacher. But I do enjoy this. Still working in my home office and listening to you. And I think you're in India, are you not? Which means it's tomorrow already. So yeah, well, thank you for staying up late. Random stuff. Love the name. Hello, I purchased Camtasia 2024 Camtasia 2024 Create last month and really enjoy it. Is it possible to upgrade from Create to Pro? Yes, it is. If it's not obvious how to do it on the website, I would contact Camtasia support and they'll guide you through that. But yes, they'd absolutely help you upgrade that. I think you could even do a live chat with them on their website, on TechSmith's website. TechSmith is the parent company that owns Camtasia. But absolutely. Excel Beyond You. I am late for the live. The live we'll have to rewatch. No problem. It'll be here. It'll be here. This will be a video on demand once we're done. For now, I don't know if you can go back and watch the beginning of this yet. Maybe you can. I'm not sure how that works. But certainly when I'm done, you can go right back to the beginning. The Steffi K. Hello, Steffi. Welcome to the live stream. I'm so glad I came across your last video for us over 50. Awesome. It's for those over 40 too. But yes, I'm glad you did too. Thanks for stopping in, and I hope you're getting some good stuff from this. I'm here to help. Now to figure out how to narrow down what to do. Isn't that the question? That's tough. Just pick something you know you can talk about for 5 minutes. Turn your camera on and talk to it for 5 minutes. See how that feels. It's funny because it's funny how nervous we get talking to a camera knowing there's nobody else in the room, right? And you even have the option of not uploading it, but it's still nerve-wracking when you start. It was for me anyways. I was, and I am not a public speaker, like holy cow. I avoided that stuff when I was going through school. I hated it, didn't like it. And to think that there's a football stadium full of people who have watched my last video, like trying to picture myself at the center of a football field in a full stadium, blows my mind. Like, YouTube is fantastic. Coconut Pete. Hello, Coconut Pete. How you doing? Have you figured out why your people over 40 video went viral? I have a couple of ideas. Actually, what's going to help is when I post my next video tomorrow, which is going to be the same format, but shorter. It's going to be 14 minutes or so, maybe even a bit shorter. And it's going to be basically carrying on that conversation, another angle of that conversation. So we'll see how that one goes. I think the fact that me just talking off the cuff resonates with so many people, I guess as I suspected. I mean, how could I not have known that there are more people like me who want to start a YouTube channel and just are scared to death of the camera, or are introverts? I think YouTube is attractive to introverts, which is what I am, because introverts tend to work by themselves. I work in a home office by myself. I've been working for myself for 25 years. And yeah, I'm comfortable by myself. So the ability to work, like make videos that basically, like, how do I put this? Generally speaking, the way you earn income is you sell something to somebody else or to a bunch of people. If a whole bunch of people want to buy what you're selling, that's how you can make an income. So whether you're a salesman and you're doing this for yourself, or you're doing it for another company, or you're working in support for another company to help whatever it is they're selling, but if you're on your own, coming up with websites that sell stuff, or the thought of having to do cold sales calls, hate that. Like, I hate that. I've done that. Don't like it at all. But with YouTube, I can potentially reach millions of people without ever even seeing them, not having to talk directly to them and try to sell them something. I could put one video out there and have 80,000 people watch it in 3 days, right? And if I had something to sell you guys, that would be good. I don't, but you know what I mean? So it's just, YouTube lends itself very well to people who are introverts, perhaps the older crowd like me, and it's also great for a retirement gig, I think. Like, people our age either are getting close to retirement, right, and will be able to retire perhaps comfortably and don't need to earn extra income. So people like that, maybe they're interested in getting into YouTube because they want something to do, just a hobby. They may not be interested in getting monetized, and that's fine. You don't have to. But I think there's also a good number of people out there who would, maybe they're getting close to the retirement age, but they're not going to be able to retire the way they want to. Don't have enough money saved, maybe, or maybe they are even jobless and want to figure out, how to make money online. I think there's a good number of people like that too. But again, perhaps they're nervous in front of the camera or don't know what to do. So I think me showing myself, being vulnerable like that, and looking nervous, right? Like, I was just being myself, I was making a video, and I think it perhaps resonated with a lot of people, and they saw that, they wanted to see it through. So they watched a good chunk of the video, enough of the video that YouTube said, aha, people are watching this video. I think we're going to show it to a lot more people, see if a lot more people want to see it. And yeah, they do. So let's keep showing it to more people. So I think it has something to do with that. I think I hit a nerve. People wanted to see that. They see comfort in that. And I think there's a lot of people out there that want to start a YouTube channel and don't know where to start. So yeah, I think that's why that video went viral. Now, hopefully, I'm learning the right things from this in terms of learning what it is you guys want to hear from me, because I want to practice what I preach. Whatever you guys want me to talk about, you should let me know, because I will tailor my videos, future live streams, to whatever it is you want me to talk about. So yeah, use the chat, use the comment section when we're done, the comment section of any of my videos actually, to let me know what you want to hear from me, and because that will dictate, where I go from here. Again, long answer. Sorry about that. Hope that helped. Dale Saylor says, how funny. I am 78 and use YouTube every day. I have my own channel to distribute my math lessons for the students. Works great. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, YouTube is a great vehicle to, send out videos to, like, however many people you need to. If you have 30 people in your class or hundreds, it's perfect for that. Lee Camp says, best video I've been seen on YouTube to this day was your most recent 40 plus. I appreciate that. Thank you, Leah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Means a lot. The Steffi K says, I'm spending too much time trying to research the best startup equipment, camera, lighting, mic, any suggestions? You're following in my footsteps. That was me 3 years ago, but it doesn't have to take you 3 years. So yeah, I spent money on this camera and this lens and some of these lights, and I've got a bunch of other equipment in here that I'm not using right now. My suggestion is just stop. I don't know how else to say it. Like, honestly, all you need is a camera. The camera that's probably in your phone that you already have, right? If you have a cell phone that is within even 10 years old, but 5, let's say, then you can shoot a 4K video. And your videos don't even have to be 4K. I think not all of mine are, some of mine are. This is being broadcast in 1080p. I think cameras going back 10 years all do 1080p recording. So all you need is a phone. If you're looking for a place to spend money, I would focus on the audio. Okay, people will forgive if a video doesn't look perfect, right? If the colors aren't perfectly dialed in and all this stuff. Video doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't. But if audio doesn't sound good, that will turn off more people than if the video doesn't sound good. So I would invest in some audio equipment. But again, all you need is like a $40 lapel mic that has a wire in it that plugs into your phone. And they usually, when you buy them, they come with these connectors that it can plug into an iPhone or a Samsung or whatever phone you have. And then just do a couple test recordings to see if you sound okay. It's $40. So $40, you can upgrade your audio. You got your phone. Then you may want to look at lighting. Okay, so but you don't have to spend that much. You don't have to get the $500 lights. You can get a $50, those softbox lights if you want. You could even film yourself by a window and use natural light or outside. That's all you need. And then video editing. So use that to record yourself. The idea is where you should spend some time, like figuring out what you're going to talk about. And then you record yourself, you get the stuff, your video and your audio into your computer. Now you have to edit it together, probably. I mean, technically you don't. You can film yourself on your phone and upload it directly to YouTube. I think I would spend a little bit of time to do some edits. But, you could use CapCut. That is 100% free. There's a paid version that'll let you do more fancy things, but if you're just getting started, you don't need fancy things. And upload it to YouTube. Get yourself a YouTube account, which maybe you already have. If you don't, they're free too. And that's it. That's really all you need to get started. And if you really want to do it on the cheap, you can stay that way for a couple of years if you want, or however long it takes you. Maybe it only takes you a couple months to get going and start making money on YouTube. And then when you start making money on it, you can then use that money to upgrade some equipment. Get yourself some lights, a better mic, maybe a wireless mic that they're a little bit more expensive. Maybe upgrade your camera, but you're over $500 to get a camera like this. But anyways, that was another long-winded answer, but I hope it helped. That is a problem that I had. I bought too much stuff. I bought way more stuff than I need, and I don't use half of it right now. And it honestly is the cheapest stuff that I have that has resulted in my latest video going semi-viral. I don't know if you'd call that one viral yet. It's not a million views or anything, but so yeah, that's the way it goes. Hope that helped. I think you can put links in the actual YouTube video. I have done it for several videos. Really? And you sure? Like in a YouTube video? And the links still work after you upload that to YouTube? I don't think I've ever seen that. I've not done that. I put my links in the description below, and I think that's how most people running their channels do. Then you said, but not for outside websites, just other YouTube videos. Okay. Firefly Odyssey. Hello, Firefly. Welcome. Discovered you yesterday. Awesome. I'm glad you did, and I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. Another question. Rob, I saw the links for your equipment, but I don't think your main light with the diffuser is on the list. What kind is it, and do you recommend it? Amazon Prime Day is coming up soon. Thank you. Yeah, I can't remember if that was on the list. So this light here, which, if you guys want to see it, I'll switch over to my phone. That guy there. Let me walk around. You may not be able to hear me as well as I get further from the mic. Can you see that? So that light is, it's a aperture light, an Amaran Cobb, I want to say it's a Cobb 60 it's called. Here, let me switch this back. It's the Amaran 60D is what it's called. The 60D is that light. And it's a little more expensive, a little cheaper than their larger one, like the 120D, but it's plenty bright. I only have it on half brightness, 50% brightness. But yeah, it was probably $200 or so. And then I have the diffuser that I bought separate and the softbox separate. That might have been $100 as well. So that's what I use as the main key light, it's called. The main light shining down should be 45 degrees off on the plane and 45 degrees up. And you want to know why? If I had it shining straight at me, you'd see these glares in my eyes, in my glasses. I wear glasses. I only wear glasses when I read. I can see perfectly fine, but I cannot read anything without these glasses, as some of you older folk probably are very familiar with. That's all right, Peanut. You lay down. I'm not going anywhere yet. She's used to being in the office all day long. Sometimes she's there. Sometimes she's on the back of the chair. 1 second. Let me just grab a drink. So I am still getting through the list. I haven't forgotten. And would I recommend this light? I do. I like it. I use it all the time. In fact, when I made the video over there, I took that light down and I moved it over to here so it was shining on me. And actually, if you watch tomorrow's video, I took a couple of shots, like video shots of the setup, like so that you can see my camera, how far away it is from where I was sitting, where the mic is, where the light is. You'll be able to see all that. Okay, so you'll be able to see that in the video tomorrow. I think I'm going to do that with B-roll. I don't know if you guys know what B-roll is, but so the video from Friday had no B-roll in it. It was all A-roll. A-roll means the main shot, the main talking head shot. That's what you call this. You call this type of a video a talking head video. My head's in the video and I'm talking. Also considered A-roll. But if you see a video of somebody talking and then all of a sudden the person keeps talking, but now you're seeing something different, like maybe I'm talking about what I did on the weekend and now the video cuts to me doing something on the weekend, but you still hear my voice. That something is called B-roll. That's supporting camera or supporting video to help support the story you're telling. Okay, so that's what I did. I took some shots of that. I'm probably going to use it as B-roll. So while I'm talking, I'll show you. I'll probably look for a place in the video where I talk about setting up or whatever, and I'll show it as B-roll. So anyway, that's a little lesson. That's what B-roll is. Hello, Shradesh Patil. Shradesh Patil. I'm horrible at pronouncing names. I'm sorry in advance if I pronounced that wrong. Firefly says, I think you're a natural. Bloopers with Kitty was funny. It was kind of funny. Actually, it was fun editing that together because most of the editing of that video was the bloopers. They were all from the beginning, right? And then I kind of moved it all to the end and then kind of chopped it up, put the music to it. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Peanut doesn't know what kind of star she is. She's internet famous now. Well, she has no idea, do you? No, she just wants to be fed. Coconut Pete says, any thoughts on using a stage name to protect against identity theft? Stalkers such as other YouTubers do, like PewDiePie, MrBeast, etc. Sure, you can. I'm not worried about identity theft. I mean, I don't think your name really matters that much. when it comes to putting together. I like the idea of branding yourself. So what I did, I've called myself Rob the Maritimer, right? It's not my last name. My last name is not Rob the Maritimer, or the Maritimer, believe it or not. It's just that I live in the maritime provinces of Canada. So people that live here are generally called Maritimers. A lot of them are fishermen. I'm not. I'm a sailor. Boater. I love boating and stuff like that. But and I live on the water, near the water. Yeah, so that I guess would be called a stage name. But Rob is my real first name. PewDiePie, sure, why not? But there are a lot of very successful YouTubers that use their first and last name, and they're not worried about that sort of thing. But yeah, so I guess those are my thoughts. If it is something that concerns you, though, then like you calling yourself Coconut Pete, that's cool, right? I'm thinking maybe you live somewhere down south or on an island where there are coconuts. I don't know. That's has a nice ring to it. I think that's pretty cool. Off the shelf rides. I started YouTube about 3 years ago at 44. I now have almost 7,300 subs. Awesome. Way to go. And drive a new car every week, delivered to me review. Age doesn't matter. Drive a new car every week? Awesome if you do. If that's what you want to do, great. Jessica, I can help with moderation if you need help in the future. Awesome. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. We'll see where this goes. How are we doing anyways? How are we doing for time? How are we doing for time? Are we doing good? We still have 43 people in here that are listening to me. As long as you guys want me to stay, I'll stay. We're coming up on 2 hours. The longest I've ever gone is 3.5 hours. But we'll see. I've got to know where I've got to be. And yeah, in the future, I may need some moderators. And off the shelf rides, had to teach myself everything. Watch YouTube, how-to videos. Same here. Watching YouTube how-to videos, you can learn anything. I learned how to build a deck watching YouTube how-to videos. I learned how to, what did I do? Like just engine repair and stuff like that, which, you can learn anything on YouTube, anything. Coconut Pete says video length should be as short as possible and very meaty, as people have extremely low attention spans due to TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Yes, particularly the younger generations is what is my experience. The older the generations, the older the people get, the older the audience gets, the more attention span they're used to. Like I grew up in an era where, I had to wait till Thursday evening to watch Seinfeld, right? I couldn't just go to Netflix and say, I'm going to watch all 10 episodes of Seinfeld season whatever now. And there certainly weren't 15-second TikTok videos at my disposal either. So, but now that's what the younger generation is growing up with. So that's what they're getting used to. So I agree to your statement to a point. I think it depends on the audience you're going after, what your audience is. Crafty Stuff by Stacey's found you on Friday and watched every minute, including the bloopers. Thanks for doing this. Thank you for watching that. Whoops, what am I doing? I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I have to watch my mouse wheel. Sometimes it changes the size of these chats. Glad you found me. Glad you like it, and I hope you're getting some good stuff out of this. Jessica said, I think I made this too small. How do I make this bigger? Oh, how does this? Sorry, I'm learning something new here. Jessica says, Coconut Pete, it depends. Maybe for younger audiences, shorter videos work better. That's my sentiments exactly. How do you overcome the frustration of spending... Oh, hello, Hussein Adel. Welcome to the channel. How do you overcome the frustration of spending time and effort on a video and not getting much views? Yeah, that can be frustrating. How? I think you just got to. You just do. If you don't get over it, then, what's the sense of not getting over it? If you think about it, like, you just have to move on. So the way I approach this is I'll make a video. I usually make a video the day before, or I finish editing it on one day, and then I will upload it to YouTube and I'll schedule it. I usually schedule mine to go out the next morning. Um, or if I make 2 videos in a day, I'll schedule them a couple days apart or 3 days apart. And then YouTube will send it out at 10 a.m. my time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. But as soon as I've uploaded it to YouTube, yes, I will check the stats. I enjoy watching the growth and seeing how many people are watching the videos, because that will help me decide what videos to make next, right? And I watch the comments. I try to answer all the comments. That's hard to do. There were a lot of comments came in on Friday's video, but I think I got through most of them. But anyways, yeah. So, but then other than that, just put it out of your mind. You've done that video. You've uploaded it. You can't do anything to change it now, right? I suppose you could delete it, but why would you? You know, you got practice making that video, and move on. Now your focus should already have switched over to making the next video, and whatever that video does, and whether people are watching it or not, doesn't really matter. I mean, maybe it matters in the sense that, okay, that topic didn't resonate with very many people. Maybe I won't do that topic in my next video. I'll do something a little different. So, but other than that, I wouldn't worry about it. I guess you have to learn to not worry about it. Embracing the ride. Hi, Rob. Jocelyn here from New Brunswick. Were you surprised by how successful your last video was? Yes. Welcome, New Brunswick, by the way. That's, for those of you who don't know, that's the next province just above Nova Scotia, where I am. Yeah, I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised. I had an inkling, I had a little idea that, you know what, maybe this video might do better than my other ones, because all my other videos targeted basically Camtasia users, which is a relatively small potential market size than people over 40 who may want to start a YouTube channel. That, I mean, there could be millions of you out there who want to maybe start a YouTube channel. So yeah, so I was hopeful, but surprised at the extent of it. I mean, when I'm used to seeing 500 views after 2 days, and then all of a sudden, so Friday, I think that Friday's video got 500 views the first day. The second day, on Saturday, and usually my videos don't do as well on the weekend. They do better during the week. On Saturday, it got 4,000 views, and I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. But I had no idea. Sunday, it got 30,000 views. It's like, what? It's like, what's going on? And now, yesterday, a little less. I think it was still over 20,000 views, though. Like, yeah, I was surprised. I was calling it viral video at 4,000, and now it's 80,000. Now it is 80,000. Yeah, we hit 80,000. Oh, 79,958. So yeah, so very surprised, pleasantly surprised, but it can happen anytime. So it wasn't like I planned it. Ferreira Homestead, hello. I'm having a hard time finding a niche. Yeah, that's tough. It is tough to find a niche, but I guess you just have to don't try to find the niche. Like, don't worry about finding the niche that's gonna make your channel successful, if that makes sense. My niche was not what it is today. Like last week it was different. Today it's different than it was last week. So whatever you start out at, you can always pivot to something slightly different or totally different if you want later. So, and also keep in mind, if you're just starting out, your first videos, again, tomorrow's video is going to talk about this, your first videos that you make are not the ones that are going to define your niche. Probably not. Anyways, right? Those videos are for you. You're making those to get better at making videos. Your niche is going to kind of vary. You're going to narrow down to what your niche is as you get feedback from your audience, as your audience grows. So don't worry about it too much. Just pick something that you know how to talk about for a little bit, and just try it out. Hello, Rob from Greg. Hello, Greg. Welcome. Love what you're doing. Any update on Camtasia fixing the bugs in their dynamic captioning yet? No, I don't have an update. But yeah, they are aware that there are some bugs in the dynamic captioning, and they're working on it. That's all I can really say about that. That's all I know about that. But I would expect an update probably soon, in the next Well, I can't even say. I was going to say in the next week or two, but I really have no idea. I don't, it might be. It may not come out until the next version, but I would expect an update before the next version. I just can't. I don't know. I don't work there. Irish Wilk Pegs. Hi Rob, new YouTuber here. Welcome. And hello back. Love your channel. I have been using QuickTime and iMovie. Do you have any comparison into those, if that makes sense? I have not used either of those. So what Pegs is referring to are video editing software. So QuickTime is something that comes with a MacBook automatically. It's something you can use to make edit videos. And I believe iMovie is too. iMovie is a free video editor that comes with a Mac. I've never used it though. So I know a lot of people do. There are successful YouTubers that use iMovie. And I think what am I trying to say? I think the pro version of I don't even know if that's right. I was going to say the pro version of iMovie, if you wanted to upgrade and get more features, would be Final Cut Pro, but I think that is actually a completely different software program, which I've also never used, but it's only for Mac. So I'm afraid I don't know. And probably not ones that I'm going to use either, only because I think I could probably offer more to more people if I teach video editing on software that can be used on PC or Mac, okay? Like Camtasia, like CapCut. Both of those are available for both platforms. And they're the ones that I'm most familiar with and that I think are very easy to learn. These may be easy to learn too. I'm not familiar with them myself. Getting close here, getting close. Kleber Campos, Opa Rob, Clebor Campos aqui do Brasil, parabéns pelo conteúdo do canal. I have no idea what I just said, but I think I read that okay. Sorry, I only speak English and a little bit of French, but not Spanish. I believe that's Spanish or Portuguese. Probably Brazilian Portuguese if you're in Brazil. But I can only assume it was a good comment, so thank you very much. Happy to be a part of the retention gang. I am happy you are too, Firefly. Thanks. Yeah, incidentally, if this is just the start of something awesome and we're going to grow this channel to a huge size, yeah, you guys are in on the ground level. You're here first, so thank you for that. I just want to go right ahead and let's go. Embracing the Ride says keep it up, and it's a super sticker. So we'll do that. That's fun, isn't it? Thank you, Embracing the Ride. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. Let's see here. Where are we? So incidentally, that little graphic thing that you saw is something I made in Camtasia. I used Canva for some of the graphics. I used Motion Array for the sound effects and stuff. I put something together and yeah, I have control over it. I can make sound effects happen when I press buttons on the Stream Deck in the live stream. It's kind of fun. I may add more to it. Hello, Onion Field from Orlando, Florida. Welcome. Probably very hot down there too, isn't it? Heartburn. Are you the one that said this in the comments? Because I laughed at that. Who thinks you look like a little like Tim Conway? I don't see it. I know who Tim Conway is. He's hilarious. Comedian. Canadian comedian, I believe. I grew up watching him, but I don't think I look like Tim Conway. But anyway, maybe I just don't see it. I'll take it as a compliment, I suppose. Yes, you can go back already. I am over 50 and hope to start a channel. I hope you do too, Andrea. Good luck with it. Leah Camp says, how do you avoid breaking rules on YouTube? And do you save your videos? So I don't really know what you mean by breaking rules. I don't believe I've broken any yet, so that's a good thing, I suppose. I do save my videos. So when I make my videos, I make them in my video editor, CapCut or Camtasia, and I save that project file. I then export the video into an MP4 video that I can play on my computer if I want, and I save that in a folder. I then upload it to YouTube. So I guess theoretically I don't have to keep the saved copy that I exported on my computer, but I do. I have the hard drive space for it. I have an external, it's called a NAS, a storage drive. It's got like 30 terabytes of space where I can save all of this stuff. What a lot of people do is they'll get these little external hard drives and they'll save their stuff on those, and then when they fill up, you know, label them and whatnot. So, but yeah, I save mine. I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe I want to edit something a little bit differently later on. And how do I avoid breaking the rules on YouTube? I just don't break the rules, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what rules could you be breaking on YouTube. I don't know. If you, I don't know. I guess try to stay away from illegal stuff, I guess. I don't know. I have a mental disability and mental health stuff, so I want to have a channel to be productive and like occupational therapy. I struggle with social anxiety, so I agree. Sure, you wouldn't be the only one. So absolutely, that sounds like a great niche that you know a lot about, that you could probably talk about a lot. So yeah, I think that's a great idea. You can start making videos about that, and you will attract people who are interested in that. When you make a video, make sure you include a description. When you upload it to YouTube, you can type in a description, and use keywords that think about, like, how do you want people to find your video? Like, maybe you want people who are searching for occupational therapy to find your video. Well, then put occupational therapy as a keyword, right? When I say keywords in YouTube, they're called tags. You can use it as a keyword in your description, like kind of just put the words in there that refer to what you're talking about, and then also put them in the tags. I don't know if they're as important as tags, but I still put them in just in case they are. And yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. A great idea, and not only will you be helping other people with mental disability, mental health stuff and whatnot, you'll be helping them, but you may also get help from your audience too. So that's one of the things I like about doing this too. Like especially with Camtasia, I don't consider myself an expert video editor at all. So I learn from my audience as well when it comes to stuff like that, and that's great. And you're 33 years old. Very good. So you're not in the over 40 club, but I'm glad you stopped in. That's great. Would cooking videos be able to be monetized by Soundwaves? Yeah, why not? Sure. If you're a good cook or you have fun cooking and you set up a camera and show people how to make certain dishes, or absolutely, there are cooking channels out there, and you can get monetized by, YouTube. Participate in their YouTube partner program where you'll earn a cut of the YouTube ad revenue. But more so, where you could probably make even more money than that would be if you sold stuff to do with your channel. So let's say, I don't know, you could put together a book of recipes, right? Like if you have a whole bunch of recipes that you like your favorite recipes, right? And make a little ebook, you can make it in Canva or something like that, and make it as a downloadable PDF. I apologize if you're not familiar with these sorts of things, but I will get into this kind of stuff as we progress through the channel. But yeah, you could theoretically make one ebook, and you don't have to be a publisher and sell it through Amazon. You can upload it to Amazon and sell it as an actual book, but you can also just sell it off of your website if you have one, or if you don't have a website, open up an Etsy shop and sell it through there. And then in your YouTube channel, in the description, say, oh, if you like this recipe, it's one of the 10 recipes I've got in this little ebook that I made. Go to my Etsy shop. Here's a link. Takes you to my Etsy shop, and buy it for $10, $5, $100, whatever makes sense. And you can sell it that way and probably make more money doing that sort of thing than ad revenue through YouTube. So absolutely, you could do that. Me too. In the beginning, many people buy too much and you really only need the basics to make videos. 100% agree. What are you drinking, Rob? Right now, I am drinking Rockstar. It's an energy drink. It's diet, 0 calories. One of my vices. I know it's probably not the best for me, but keeps me going, keeps me energized. Oh, you are so young. Wait till you're 82 like me. Enjoy it while you're young. I just posted my first video this morning. Awesome. Stay golden. Way to go. I wish I had an applause button here. How about seagulls? Does that work? That's seagulls clapping for you. Congratulations. Glad you did it. Hope it goes well. Hope you learned something from making it and posting it. Watch it through. Watch your video. Might be kind of cringy to watch your own video, but try to see where you maybe could have done better, and then learn from that when you make your next one. You're off and running. That's awesome. Dallas Photography says, good afternoon from Uruguay. Good afternoon from Uruguay. Welcome. I want to learn how to use recording myself and my screen to create some videos for my community down here. Do you have any preferred program? I am 63 and never used any of those programs. Thanks. If you want to record your screen, then I would recommend Camtasia. Camtasia, and I think I have a link in my description below where you can go to TechSmith's website and look at Camtasia, because it has a fabulous screen recording software. Camtasia is not free, but I think you can get a free trial if you download that. And it'll allow you to record your screen and record your face too if you want, or just your screen, or just your face and your audio. So it's kind of cool like that. So you might want to check that out. Stay Golden says, I really like watching how-tos and process videos, but still really like longer narrative stuff. As do I. I find I learn more from the longer videos. Idea for you, Rob. Could you cut up your streams into many shorts to post on YouTube, in my opinion? Yeah, I could. That might be a lot of work. But there are AI tools that would help with this, but I've tried some of them and I don't necessarily like the way they cut them up. So as I get... no, someone's a little restless. As if I end up only doing one video a week and then maybe support that video with shorts or reels or TikToks, that is actually a really good strategy. That's something that some of you just starting out might want to consider. When you make a long form video, let's say you make a 5-minute video, 10-minute video, and there might be 2 or 3 really good points, like 1-minute segments in there that you want to highlight. Consider chopping them out of that video in a video editor and turn them into reels, shorts, TikToks, right? And then what you can do is you can upload those to those other platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube for YouTube Reels, Facebook Reels, which I think they get those from Instagram anyways. And in the description of those, you can say, if you want to see more, go check out my YouTube channel where you can see the full video, right? Great strategy to help drive more traffic to your main channel. Rob, back to the question earlier. You can add a card that will link to another video. You can add a card that will link to another video, playlist, or channel. Hope that helps. Okay, I understand now. Yes, you can. In YouTube, you can add a card. So there's 2 things you can do. 2? So what you're referring to now is, when you watch a YouTube video, somebody might say, oh, if you want to see my last video, click the link above, right? Or I'll leave a link in the description below. That link above that appears, you don't do that in Camtasia or CapCut. you actually do that in YouTube. So what you have to do is you upload your YouTube video, right? And then as you're going through the pages, like you have to enter your description, you upload a thumbnail. One of those stages is it'll give you the option to add end cards, right? You'll notice at the end of videos, someone's like my channel circle of me, my face will show up where you can click on it to subscribe, or other videos that I recommend or that are in my channel. Those are called end cards. YouTube gives you the option of selecting what videos you want to pop up there. It also gives you the option of adding, what are they called? Yeah, they're cards. Just card. Add a card as you're uploading the video. I'm not sure what, but anyways, my point is you don't do that in Camtasia. You do what I do when I'm going to refer to, so tomorrow's video that I'm going to put out, I'm going to refer to the Friday's video relatively early on, and I'm going to say, I think I said something like, if you want to see that video, click the link above. So what I do is I'll write down when I said that. So at minute 31, say, into the video, I'll write that down, and I'll make a note that when I upload this to YouTube, I want to put a card there. And then I'll know when to add it. And there's nothing you have to do. You only have to say, yep, click on the video you want to show up there. What's that? And then decide where in the timeline you want the card to start. So you do that all from within YouTube. And it's not that difficult to do, but I can do a future video on exactly how to do that. Rena Valen. Hello, Rena. Welcome to the live stream. For beginners, what video editing program would you suggest that is easy to learn and use? I'm on a PC. If you've never done video editing before, I would at this point suggest trying CapCut. Because it's free. You can try it for most video editors work kind of the same way. You've got a timeline at the bottom, top left corner, you have where you pick your video clips and whatnot. You gather all your clips, and then the top right might be properties and stuff. Anyways, they're all relatively similar. Once you learn how to use one, it's easier to learn how to use other ones. Okay? So for that reason, I would not recommend starting with a complicated one that does a lot of things but could be hard to learn. I would pick an easy one to learn, and I think CapCut is probably among the easiest to learn right now. And there's a free version. You can download it now, and it's available on PC or Mac. So CapCut, just Google CapCut. I don't think I have a link for that below. And you'll be able to find it and download it and install it and give it a go. You don't have to sign up for their Pro plan. That will cost money. I think it's around $15 a month if you ever decide to upgrade it. But you can have the free version. It doesn't put a watermark in your videos or anything like that. Yeah, that's what I recommend. Stay Golden says, hi Rob, thanks for your post and giving the last push to post my first video. Tech question, what microphone do you recommend for recording on an iPhone? Honestly, I would just use one of those lapel mics. Power Dewey's one. And I know I have a link for that down below. It's only $40. Has a wire that plug. It's a long wire, and you can even buy an even longer extension wire for it. If I go to Amazon, I can show it to you. Where am I here? Amazon. If I go to, sorry here, Power Dewey's. Yeah, it looks like any of these. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm seeing. Right here. So here's Amazon. These ones here, like this, $29, $25. This little lapel mic here has a long wire. It'll plug into your iPhone. Usually has something, make sure it plugs into your iPhone. Here, this one here says it will for iPhone. So yeah, I would give that a try. It's when I say $40, I guess I meant Canadian. It's $25 US. I'm on the .com site here. So there you go. Give that a shot. And that will sound a whole lot better than just the microphone in a smartphone. They're not typically very good. Yeah, so there you go. And then you don't have to worry about, see, what I'm using a shotgun mic up here right now. But if I get up and move around and talk over here, right, now you probably can't hear me very well. I have to be here. But if I'm always here, it's no big deal. So just something to think about. I'm Canadian. Hello, Mary from Port Jervis, New York. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Andy Anderson. Hello, Andy. I just retired and I'm looking forward to starting a channel, but I'm 60 and just thinking about learning how again. I like your style and hope to learn from you and elsewhere. Thank you. No problem. Best of luck with it. You're still young, so you got lots of time to figure all this stuff out and have fun with it, above all. Wendy Young, I super wish I could stay for the live, but I'm midday at the day job. But as a new fan, I wanted to show support. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you, Wendy. No problem. I understand. You got to work. You got to pay the bills. Thanks for stopping by nonetheless. Dale Photography, thank you for your help. I will look up into Camtasia. Is it for a Mac as well? Yes, it is. They have a Mac version and a PC version, so both. By the way, will you be teaching how to make the small thumbnails? Yes, 100% I will. I use Canva. Canva, Canva.com. Also has a free version. The same program I showed you that I used to make the overlays for this live stream. I also use that for any graphics that I need that I can't make in the video editing software. I use Canva for. So all my thumbnails, and it's great. Let me go. If I go back here, I can show it to you. And I will click on that and I will share my screen. There's Canva, okay? We're within my, my Canva project and you can have a bunch of different thumbnails. So there's the thumbnail to Friday's video. Very simple. I took a screenshot from the video and then I put some text on it. That's all I did. A lot simpler than some of these other ones that I've made, right? And I can zoom out and you can see them all. But I have 50 on here. So I keep them all in the same in the same page just because I like to be able to copy and paste. Like I won't take my picture differently every time. So you can see that this picture here is the same as this one. I copied and pasted it. So yeah, very easy. Now, this thumbnail here, very simple. I did not need the paid version of Canva to make that. Okay, so keep that in mind. I could have used the free version. I have the paid version because I like, you can't do transparency things like the overlay that I showed you. You can't do things like that with the free version. To get the transparency and background removal and stuff like that, you need the paid version. And I think it's around $10 US a month, something like that, and a discount if you pay for the year. Yeah, so there you go. That's how I make that. But I'm going to make a video on how to do that, how I do that, my process. That'll explain it in greater detail. Where'd my cursor go? There we go. Where are we? Sreko Nagy. Hello, I'm Sreko and I live in Croatia in Europe, EU. When I can't watch live, I watch later. I recorded 6 videos for my YouTube channel. It's small, but I'm a beginner. Awesome, very good. And yeah, you can watch later, absolutely. Live streams become videos on demand when the live stream is over. So I think it takes maybe 24 hours before the live chats get added to the video later, but the comment section will work right away. So good luck to you. New YouTuber, got 6 videos already. Wow, so that's great. You've already started. Awesome. Girl with a chip. Hi, Rob. Hello, girl with a chip. Was just watching YouTube over 40 vid and realized you were live as I was trying to subscribe. So far in 7 minutes, you have answered so many questions. Thanks from a 47-year-old. You're welcome. I hope you liked it. If you haven't gotten all the way through yet, make sure you stick around to the end because I got about 3 minutes worth of bloopers that a lot of people loved. So if you like cats, if you like seeing me stumble and try to get that video going, I put all my outtakes at the end. So it's kind of fun. Choppers Model Works. Hello, welcome. Great timing. I was just wondering how I might be able to edit my videos. Just found and subscribed from your start a YouTube channel video. Awesome. Welcome. New subscriber. Glad you could join us. And yeah, I'm not gonna get specifically into how to edit today because we're 2.5 hours in, and but that will be the subject of more videos. On this channel, I'm gonna make videos for beginners who need help with this sort of thing. Typically the over 40 crowd who wants to get into YouTube and thinks it's a young person's game, which it absolutely is not. Young people watch it a lot. The older people know how to maybe use it and grow channels better because they've got more experience, life experience. That's kind of what the video talked about. So yeah, I'm gonna go through all of that, how to edit videos the easy way. So stick around. So if I have the Adobe Suite, is it possible to use that instead of Canva? Sorry to ask again, and thank you. Yes, it is. If you have Adobe, if you've got the full Adobe Suite, that means you have Photoshop, right? And you have Premiere Pro. Photoshop can be used instead of Canva. In fact, you can do a lot more with Photoshop than you can with Canva. I'm not a Photoshop user. I have used it a little bit, but I'm not good enough at it. So for beginners, Canva is a lot, in my opinion, Canva is a lot easier to learn how to use than Photoshop. But if you have Photoshop and you know how to use it, even if you don't know how to use it, if you want to learn how to use it, you can watch YouTube videos to learn how to use it. You can do a lot. And a lot of people use Photoshop to make thumbnails. Absolutely. And also in the Adobe Suite is Premiere Pro, which is a video editing software, which is, in my opinion, also complicated to learn, but you can do a lot of stuff with it. Like people make movies with Premiere Pro. You could do a lot of fancy video editing with that. Again, not necessarily needed or necessary, not necessarily necessary to make videos, but you can. And if you already know how to use it, 100%, you can use that. And if you've already got them, then you've already got them. You can use those. Absolutely. P.S. As a photographer, I have been using Photoshop for a long time. Well, there you go. So you know now Photoshop for photography, I think, is a little different than Photoshop for like web design and video image creation, which is more along the web design side. But you probably know all that. It's not that different. I think the main difference, as I understand it, the main difference is like for photography, you talk in terms of dots per inches maybe, and for web design and video design, you talk in terms of pixels. That's really the extent of my knowledge of the difference. Embracing the ride. Do you have a Patreon page? No, I do not. I do not. Maybe someday I will, but just getting this thing going, and maybe at some. But thanks for asking. Appreciate that. Ted Matos. Hello, Ted. How you doing? Ted from Texas. Also consider the Affinity Suite. Right now, they are trying out their programs for 6 months for free. Very good. I'm not actually familiar with the Affinity Suite. I've heard of it. I've not used it myself. But yeah, check that out. 6 months for free sounds like a bargain. And hello to my favorite Maritimer and everybody here. Hello, Ted. Longtime watcher of my videos. Thanks for stopping in, Ted. Wow, I got to the end of the chat. I got caught up. Holy cow. I get a drink for that. 1 second. I think I'm caught up. Let me just go through here. Dallas Photography says, I think your idea of showing us oldies how to get into YouTube is a great idea. And Affinity had just become part of Canva family. Oh, maybe that's where I heard about it. Canva bought Affinity, I believe. Yeah. Canva is big. Like, they're way bigger than I thought they were. Big company. I've actually had an account with them for quite some time, so it's kind of cool to see them do so well. Okay, let me just look at the right side here, just to make sure I've talked about everything. So bloopers. So yeah, if you haven't seen all of my video from Friday, and you want to know what we're talking about when we say bloopers, check out that video on my channel. It's the last one I've put up, and it's the last 3 minutes or so. And all I did was, because I made that video without a script, and I just kind of sat down and started talking and stumbled over my words a little bit, right? Because of that I did not do that in one take. Okay, it took me many takes. I think it took me a half an hour worth of takes before I finally got going to a point where I didn't stop. So all of those takes where I messed up in the beginning, I then made a blooper reel at the end. Okay, that's what people are talking about, and a lot of people got a kick out of that. So that made me smile. So I'm doing that again tomorrow. The video tomorrow is also going to have a blooper reel. So, because again, no matter how many times you do this, you're going to mess up. If you don't have a script, or I will, maybe not everybody, but I'm just not a natural speaker in front of people or to a camera. I'm getting better at it because I force myself to do these live streams, and I have fun with it, and I have learned to be able to laugh at myself. My mindset is, if I laugh at myself, right, then if somebody else is laughing at me, they're not laughing at me, they're laughing with me. And I'm okay with that. We're laughing together, right? If somebody wants to make fun of me because I'm messing up, that's fine. That's on them. That's not my problem. If they don't like what I'm doing because I'm messing up, then they're not the audience I want to attract anyways, right? If they don't like my content, they're not going to subscribe. They're going to go away, and then I'll be left with the audience that does like what I have to say and that I mess up and stuff, right? So that's the way I've chosen to look at it, and it seems to be working. So yeah, check out the bloopers. It's kind of fun, and I think a lot of people identified with that, and I think that's part of the reason why this video did so well, is that a lot of people, that resonates with a lot of people. A lot of people sit down in front of the camera and I remember the first time I did, okay, I know what I want to say. I sit down in front of the camera and it's gone. Like, what was I going to say? So yeah, and I think a lot of people go through that. So maybe it's comforting to know that they see me doing that, even though my channel is doing not bad now with over 7,000 subscribers. And I still mess up. So yeah, anybody can do that. Dallas Photography, yes, Canva purchased it, and now Adobe has competence, like a competitor, basically. That's right. Feedback, that was a great video where you were speaking off the cuff. I found a lot of value in it. Awesome, thank you, Ted. Appreciate that. That was fun. Kind of blew up. I wasn't expecting it to blow up so bad. So good, I mean. It was good. Still getting lots of views. Yeah, still getting lots of views. So we got here. If you're comfortable answering this, Rob, is YouTube your full-time gig, or do you work full-time and do this as a side thing? So no, YouTube is not my full-time gig right now. I would like it to be in the future. What my full-time gig is right now is I'm a freelancer. I do video editing for people through a website called Fiverr, Fiverr.com. My username is the Maritimer on Fiverr, and I do video editing. I caption videos for people. I turn people's videos, like I'll edit them together for them. People will take a video of themselves doing a podcast and then want it edited together. I'll do that for them. So I do things like that. So it's basically like doing odd jobs. So a whole bunch of smaller jobs. But I do get larger clients as well. So that's what I do to pay the bills mostly. And what I'm doing with this YouTube channel, and this is an idea for anybody who wants to approach retirement or wants an idea of what to do in retirement. Maybe you still want to make income in retirement. Maybe you don't have enough saved, or you just want to supplement your retirement income. And that's, I want to eventually morph from doing things on Fiverr for other people for basically an hourly wage, is kind of the way that works. Like I'll give quotes on jobs, and I'll do the job, I get paid for it, right? But I want to move from doing that to teaching people how to do that. Okay, that was the whole idea when I started this YouTube channel. I want to teach people how to do what I'm doing. I'm making a living at home, online, comfortable living, and I think a lot of people out there want to know how to do that. And so the idea was, let's teach people how to do that. And so when I started my YouTube channel, we'll talk about niching down and what should we talk about. I didn't know what my niche was going to be. I thought, okay, I can teach about freelancing, how to be a freelancer, how to use Fiverr. I could do how to edit videos, how to use video editing software. And I kind of landed on that with Camtasia, using Camtasia to edit videos. I use other programs as well. I use DaVinci Resolve as another video editing program, and CapCut. Yeah, so just kind of, if you look through my channel, you'll see a lot of Camtasia videos, but if you go way back, you'll see a Fiverr video. I think I did a Fiverr video like 3 years ago. You'll see a Canva video last November, I think is when I did that one. You'll see a DaVinci Resolve video, I think like just February of this year. You know, trying different things, right? Is this going to resonate with people? Or is this going to resonate with people? And then got a following with Camtasia, and now with what happened with this past video, it's like, whoa, okay, I might have found a new niche here. People over 40 who want to get into YouTube and want to know how to start, right? So, heck yeah, I can talk about that. To me, that's easier than teaching people. Because I'm not a video editing expert. I know enough to help people and to edit videos to a point where they look decent, right? But I'm not a Hollywood film level type of video editor at all, at all. So you know. At some point, there would come a time where I just like, you know what? I don't know how to do that. I'm here to tell you guys what I do know, not what I don't know. So I'm never going to pretend. I'm never going to tell you that I'm an expert in something that I don't know. Does that make sense? Anyway, I think I'm spinning wheels here, but I think you get my point. So yeah, YouTube is not my full-time gig yet. Hopefully someday. You're welcome, Firefly. Thank you. Ted, yes, I'm familiar with Fiverr. That's great that you can freelance. Yeah, it pays the bills. Pays the bills, and it's fun. You should consider Udemy as well. I'm taking a Final Cut Pro class there. It's a great platform. Yes, it is. I think I've used Udemy before. I've certainly researched it because I've been toying with the idea of creating courses on video editing, right? And Udemy is one place I could put that. I've also been looking at Kajabi as a place to kind of host my own courses and website. That's actually where my website is now. It's under construction. I still have to kind of fit. My idea is my website is going to kind of be like a home base for whatever I do on this YouTube channel. YouTube channel is the lead generation machine that's going to send people to a website or wherever, and then if they want to buy something, like if they want to learn more than what they can learn from my free content in YouTube, then maybe I'll have a nice like step-by-step course put together. And I'm not talking stuff that's expensive. I'm thinking less than $50 is kind of where my head is at. I don't know though. I don't have anything made yet, but that's kind of the plan. Another thing I could do, and you guys could do, if you're looking at different ways to monetize a YouTube channel. Again, I'm talking about different ways to make money, not just from ad revenue from YouTube, because I think that's the smallest, what I'm trying to say. There's probably 4 different ways to make more money than through their ad revenue. One is sell courses, another is sell digital products, another one's coaching, and that's I've considered that too. Like maybe I could offer one-on-one coaching. People want to learn, or group coaching, right? Stuff like that, or like create a community where I can offer coaching, but it's supported by not a Facebook group. I would do it through Kajabi. But we're a place where you can log in, and then you can ask me questions. I'd answer them there, but community members could also answer, and everybody can kind of learn together. So that's kind of where my head's at, where I may go. I just don't know what. Right now, I'm still in the mode of creating content that people want from me. So I'm listening to your comments and in this chat and in the comments in the videos, and making free content, growing an audience. That's the mode I'm in right now. I'm growing an audience. I might be in that mode for a year. I don't know. Might be a month. I don't know. I'm more than a month away from being able to have anything to offer. So yeah, think in terms of that as well. And thank you, Ted. Thank you for the super chat. It's much appreciated. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. That kind of, I guess that's my Patreon page. You guys have the ability to kind of, support me that way. So I really appreciate that when you do that. Thank you very much. What else do we have here? Sorry, I don't want to miss anybody here. So just talked about Udemy, the She Space. That's why I like you so much. Real. Yeah, I'm real. This is not AI. I am 100% real. You ever seen AI drink a rock star? They could, because it's not healthy and they're not human, so it's all right. Yeah, I just try to be real. I think that's important. I think it's important. Maybe that's just me. Ms. Vonita, welcome to the live stream, the live chat. Thank you. I am tuned in. Thanks for the knowledge. No problem. I hope you're getting some value from this and you enjoy it. Good to have you here. Dale says, I agree with embracing the ride. Patreon is great to make training vids. Patreon to make training videos. Okay. I didn't, or are you referring to Udemy maybe? Udemy is like a course platform. There's other ones like Teachable is one. Thinkific is another one. I think it looks like Udemy is probably the easiest one to learn. Or not really learn. I mean, you make your videos and you upload them to Udemy, and then people can subscribe or buy your course through Udemy, or they subscribe to Udemy and they can watch all their courses if they want. I think they have thousands. UDEMY, I believe. What else we got here? The boat. Yeah, did you like that? That's my new super chat boat. I think this is week 3 for that. I made that 2 weeks ago. And I made that in Camtasia, by the way. With a little help from Canva and Motion Array for the sound effects. Embracing the Ride made a comment about Patreon. Yes, she did. She did. Yes, she did. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. Sometimes it's hard for me to keep a bunch of, but this is awesome. I really appreciate you guys stopping in today. I was wondering how many people were going to join the chat today. Again, usually we get around 20-ish, but yeah, we were up over 40. Oh, we were close to 60 actually. Wow, today. So yeah, I guess that new video drove some traffic here. Even though I didn't, most of my tutorial videos, I mentioned the fact that we have a live stream that I host every Tuesday, but in that video last Friday, I did not. So I didn't know if many people would be notified, but I do know that when you subscribe to a channel, so when you guys subscribe to my channel, if I'm about to go live, you'll get a notification about that. And I don't know exactly how that works. I think you have the ability to get notified more often than not. I think you might be notified that I'm gonna go live in the next 30 minutes, or maybe you're notified that I'm live now or whatever. So yeah, so the way I do my live streams now is I schedule them for 2 o'clock my time, 1 o'clock Toronto time. 5 minutes before that time, I actually go live with a 5-minute countdown where you can see these last 2 weeks. You can see me in those 5 minutes. Before that, you couldn't see me, but I've decided, why not? You guys can see me get set up and whatnot, whatever. And then I go live. So you're probably notified, and by looking at how many people were in, so I think we had 4 or 5 people waiting for the live to begin, and then once it went live in that 5-minute countdown, the number started to go up fairly quickly. So I'm thinking subscribers are notified, oh, he's going live now, and then people go, oh, okay, I want to go watch that, and they come in. So I wasn't sure how many were going to show up, but I'm happy that a lot of you did. So that's fun. Maybe we'll get even more next week. And if we do, I'll have to get faster at going through the chats because I tend to have long-winded answers. But maybe you don't mind that. Let me know. Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead. Eric says, definitely appreciate your channel. Hope it goes to the moon. You and me both, Eric. It's doing great now. I'm having a blast. Thanks to you guys. Patreon is, well, one great platform. You can put vids once a week, for example, previous to YouTube, or extra vids for your subscribers. Okay, yes, I think I did know that. Yes, because you can get different levels of Patreon and add extra content that you don't also put on YouTube, right? So subscribe to my Patreon and you'll get behind the scenes videos, that kind of thing. You can do that. Maybe I'll do that someday too. I don't know. Right now, again, I like the idea of just providing as much free content as possible and not holding good stuff back that I'll charge money for. I'm not. I mean, at some point, I'll have to sell something if I want this to to be a retirement gig. But I don't know what that'll look like. Might be coaching. Might be small, organized courses or something like that. Oh, sorry, that didn't. Ms. Vanita says, silly question, but Camtasia is on iOS or Android, and is that editing software? Sorry, Camtasia is video editing software, yes, but you use it on a computer. It's not for iOS, like it's not for an iPhone, and it's not for Android in the sense that it's like Samsung or whatever phones. It's not for mobile devices. It's for computers. So you can use Camtasia on a Mac or a MacBook or whatever, like a computer. I use it on my MacBook Pro. Or there's a version for Windows. So you can use it on a PC that's running Windows 10 or 11 or whatever you have. So, but not for, Camtasia is not for mobile devices. If you want editing software for mobile devices, actually CapCut, I think that started as a mobile device. CapCut, if you guys don't know, CapCut is owned by the same company that owns TikTok, right? And they provide CapCut initially as a free video editor to allow people who like making TikToks to add flashy captions and the text and maybe the iOS girl's voice, right? AI voice in TikTok videos. That's what CapCut's used for on an iOS device. Now, I think they also have an Android version. I'm not sure. I've never used it there. I only use CapCut on my MacBook on a computer. Okay, so hope that helps. Rob, do you have a Facebook page? Something to consider to share your tutorials, your live streams, etc. I do. In fact, I think if you click on the About page, the About link in my YouTube page, you'll see links to my, or it might even be in the description of this video, of this live stream. If you scroll down to the description, I have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and they're all called Rob the Maritimer or the Maritimer or something like that. There's a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What else? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's it. I don't use Twitter. I think I have a Threads account, but I don't really use that. But I haven't posted on any of those for quite some time. I think I will now, like for some of these videos here, if I make a shorter version, I would totally upload those. Like if I make a reel, which is a vertical mobile video, I would make it and then upload it to those 3 places: TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram as a reel. Okay, so I'd make sure they're all less than a minute long, and I would put them there. But I also do have a Facebook account. I just haven't used it that much. Di G, hello Di. Welcome to the channel. I just found you today. I watched your video on why we must start a YouTube channel if over 40. Awesome. I hope you liked it. Perhaps you did if you came here to see the live stream. Anyways, welcome. Jocelyn at Embracing the Ride. Oh, your name is Jocelyn. Welcome. Very good. Awesome. Ted says, once you get big, you can always recruit moderators to help with the chat. I 100% am going to do that once I get big. Di, I was born and raised in Southern California, and you inspired me to start a channel. Started brainstorming again to figure out a niche. Awesome. Clap for you. Very good. Good luck with it. Have fun with it. If you have fun with it, then it won't. Don't let it become a chore. Have fun with it. Laugh at yourself. And you can do it. I know you can. Can I get it in the Apple Store on my MacBook? Camtasia? No, I don't think you can get it on the Apple Store. You'd have to go to Camtasia's website. TechSmith. Let me show you. If you go now, so I will share my screen here. That's what it looks like. So if you see the address up here, TechSmith, TechSmith.com/Camtasia. I also have a link in my description below, I believe, where you can get 10% off Camtasia if you wanted to buy it. But this is where it will take you. You can start a free trial, compare plans for Camtasia. This right here. TechSmith has a couple other products as well. Snagit, and some other things. Audiate. Here we go. But it's Camtasia is what you'd want if you want video editing software that also does screen capture as well. So that's where you would find that. But no, excuse me, not available on the iStore. Di says, that has been my hardest part, coming up with a niche. I have too many interests. That's right. Yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard to come up. So yeah, sorry, I forgot to answer that part of your question. Let me go back here. Started brainstorming again. So yeah, if you weren't here earlier, what I'd like to say is when you're trying to figure out what to talk about, pick something that, first of all, don't worry about it too much, because whatever you start talking about in video number 1, that likely won't be what your niche ends up being. Okay, so it can change. Like mine has totally changed from when I started. You're going to change what you talk about based on the feedback you get from your viewers, your audience, right? They're going to say, because get in the habit of asking them what else they want to see from you. But in terms of where to start, just pick something that you know you can talk about. So if you're, whatever it is, if you're good at gardening or swimming or running or fitness or anything, mowing the lawn, whatever it is, woodworking, I say that a lot, so, cooking, anything, whatever it is you can talk about, or maybe it's something to do with work. If you work and you have skills there that other people don't, but maybe other people would want to know, and it doesn't have to be something that the whole world needs to know about, just a small group of people. Think of it this way, your tribe is out there somewhere. You just have to find them. And the way you find them is you make videos on stuff you like to talk about, and then people who also like talking about that stuff will find you, and then you talk about it together, and then they'll tell you, oh, I'd like to know more about this. And you say, oh, I know about that. I'll make a video that's more about that. And then your audience will grow and grow and grow. So and your direction will change depending on what people eventually want you to talk about. So, for example, with me, up until Friday, 90% of my viewers wanted to know more about Camtasia, specifically that one video editor, right? Today, most of my subscribers are here because of that one video I posted on Friday. So they are people, for the most part, I'm generalizing, but for the most part, people who want me to teach them, or who want to learn how to start a YouTube channel, and they're probably over 40 years old, because that's what the video was. That's who it was targeting. So yeah, like not a totally different set of people. Like, for example, Ted Matos here, who's commenting. He's a Camtasia user. He's been watching my live streams for many weeks, and he's also interested in YouTube. So the pivot I made, I didn't lose Ted. You know, if I don't ever go back to doing Camtasia videos, I may lose some. But the reality is, the majority of people right now watching my videos don't necessarily want to know more about Camtasia. But if you have questions about it, ask them and I'll answer them. But they may have more basic or general questions like, how do I get more comfortable on camera? How do I make my voice sound better? You know, how do I edit a video on CapCut, right? So yeah, that's, your niche will evolve in time, I guess is my main point. So don't worry, don't stress too much about picking the perfect thing. Use your first several videos that you make as practice. They're for you, they're only for you. Because also, once you get to 10,000 subscribers, whoever your subscriber number 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20 are, they may be long gone by the time you get to 10,000. So whoever you're making your first 20 videos for, maybe none of them are left by the time you're at 10,000. So, you know, think about your first 20 videos as videos that are only for you, that no one will see. Yeah, people will see them, but your eventual audience may never have seen them. At that point, they may go back and see some of your earlier videos. And at that point, you can have some fun with it and say, hey, you want to see something funny? Go check out the first video I made last year or 5 years ago or 6 months ago, depending on how long it takes you to grow your channel. It'd be kind of fun. My first video is still on my channel. If you guys want to check it out, go way back. And it's cringy for me to watch, but why not leave it there? You can laugh about it. Ms. Vanita says, I use Filmora and it is easy for beginners like me. Oh, very good. I've heard of Filmora. I've never used it myself though, but yes, that's another one. Another video editing software that's out there. I've been struggling with that for 5 years. I think I'll possibly end up having multiple niches, multiple topics on one channel. I cannot let it stop me any longer. That's the right attitude. Just, hey, if you've got 5 things you like to talk about, maybe your first 5 videos are one on each of those 5 topics, and then see which one did better and make your 6th video on that one again. You know, something like that. Let your audience guide you if you can. That's why I'm thinking of trying a vlog type thing. Okay, very good. Yeah, that's absolutely, you could do that. A vlog, like a video bibliography, like I think that's where it got its name from, but vlog type videos. I might have done a couple of videos that kind of like that, but generally mine are how-to videos, but vlog would be more of like a day in the life type of video. Like, watch me as I go through life. Today I'm going to the beach. Today I'm gonna reorganize my closet. Like, that would be a vlog type video, or the van life, or living on a sailboat, or stuff like that. People have very successful vlog type videos like that. That's more the entertainment side of YouTube rather than the education side. It can be educational too, obviously, if your audience also wants to become a vlogger and live their life the way you are living yours, and maybe you have some gadgets or things that you use and you become an affiliate of them, and anyways, that's definitely a way you could go. BugFX, shoots, I missed it, was working, no problem. You'll be able to watch all this over again once I'm finished. Been at this for 3 hours. Wow, that's still 37 of you in here. Awesome. But yeah, when this live stream is over, it'll be a video you can watch on the replay. So no problems there. Thank you so much. No problem. Just scrolled back and saw the retention had an appointment. Thank you so much. No problem at all. OBS is great and free for screen recording. Yes, it is. I use that as well. OBS. Some people use it to live stream. It's software you can use either on a Mac or on a Windows PC to live stream, but you can also use it to record your screen. So, and that's a free way to do it too. Absolutely. Camtasia starts at $179 USD. Yes, it does. Camtasia is not free, but sometimes you get what you pay for, right? It's good software. I use it. I've been a long time user of Camtasia because I've also made a lot of tutorial videos for clients. I never mentioned that when Ted asked me about what I do, what's my real job, like what do I do for a living, and it's that I freelance. I mentioned video editing and stuff. I also do an awful lot. Actually, most of my income would come from making tutorial videos for other, like for corporations, for clients. So if they have software and they want a set of 10 videos on how to use their software, I'll make those videos for them. And Camtasia is great software for doing that. You can change the look of the cursor. You can, all kinds of stuff you can do. I won't get into all that, but Peg says, you have so much information, Rob. Thank you so much for this nice niche you are developing. We'll be looking at the Camtasia and we'll click the links you provided in show more area. Awesome. No problem. Glad you're getting some enjoyment and some knowledge out of this. That's my goal here. YouTube algorithm is hilarious. My name is Rob too. Yeah, it can be funny sometimes for sure. Get an IT guy. Welcome, Get an IT guy. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for stopping in. How do you know how long to make the videos? There's no right answer to that. Last Friday's video that I made that ended up being 25 minutes long was way longer than I had tried for. I was hoping for around 10 minutes, but I just kept talking and I didn't know how long it was when I was done. When I get into a groove and I'm just talking and I lose track of the time. I'm not looking at a clock or a watch or anything, and ended up being 25 minutes. And I was concerned that, oh man, that's probably too long. I'm going to lose a lot of people. They're not going to watch it all the way through. But part of the saving grace might be the fact that that video targeted people over 40. And so a good chunk of people who watched it were over 40. And generally speaking, the over 40 crowd has more of an appetite for longer videos than, say, the 30 and under crowd, right? The younger generations tend to be more the shorter videos. That said, I do think 8 to 10 minutes is a good number to aim for these types of videos. The one I'm going to put out tomorrow that I just have to finish editing it up, I'll finish that tonight, is probably going to land at around 13 to 14 minutes. So it won't be as long as Friday's. You'll be happy to know. 25 minutes is a big commitment these days. To look at a video and say, oh man, I got to spend 25 minutes to watch all that. I'm sure a lot of people didn't. Well, I know a lot of people didn't. 8% of I think the click-through rate's 8%, which is actually pretty good. 8% of the people who saw that thumbnail clicked it to watch it. And I think only 20, what did we say? Oh, it says it right here. The average person only saw 22% of the video. So anyway, that's just some stats for you. So yeah, there's no right answer. Sorry, just to put a bow on this. How long to make the videos? Don't make it any longer than you have to make it to say what you want to say. I know it's not really an answer, but I mentioned earlier, I made a video on how to add chapters to a YouTube video. That video is 4 minutes, and I probably could have made it smaller. And if I could, I probably should have, shorter, I mean. But that's all I needed to it's a video that people are going to search for that specific thing to know how to do it. And that's all it took. So that's all it took. But now some other things like how to upload a video to YouTube, that's probably going to, like for beginners, that would be probably a longer video. That might be closer to 30 minutes to get through all the steps you got to do. Now, once you get good at it, it doesn't take 30 minutes to do all that. But if I'm teaching somebody for the first time, I want to kind of take my time, right? So, yep, as long as it has to be and no longer is the answer to that. I love the whole session today. Excuse me for my grammar mistakes. I speak Spanish every day. LOL. You explained a lot of stuff. Keep it up. No problem. There's no grammar police here. You can say whatever you like. Jolene Morris, thanks for sharing that. I'm not sure. Oh, I just scrolled back up and I missed that. Jolene, I'm sorry. Jolene Morris. Hello, Jolene, and welcome, a long-time viewer. I started with math videos, then added keto videos. So two totally different things. So math, school, keto, a dieting technique, two totally different things. So last month I started a second channel, one for each niche. Perfect. You could do that too. Yeah, because I don't see a whole lot of overlap between math and keto. So that's a total pivot. So that might make sense to have them on separate channels if you want to continue growing both, right? So good for you. That's awesome. And sorry, I missed that. Sometimes this chat thing jumps ahead and I miss some. Here's another one that I also missed. Jitka, or Yitka. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Sometimes the J is silent depending on what country you're in. If you upload a video on YouTube, can you delete it at any if you stop living? Okay, well, if you stop living, then you can't delete it. Sorry, probably a sick joke. But no, videos on YouTube, yes, they can be deleted. You have to log into the account and then you can delete them. I can delete the video I uploaded on Friday if I wanted to, but I don't want to. If you delete a video off of YouTube and then decide to re-upload it, all of the stats that you had and the views that it had and whatnot, they'll be gone because by YouTube they'll consider it a brand new video, even though it's the same thing, just re-uploaded again. So hopefully that answered your question. Do you spend a good deal of time reviewing your analytics and the demographics that it is collected? I do. I bit of a stats junkie, I guess you could say. As far as the demographics, yeah, so I did look at... So when you post a video, it takes a couple days before all of the demographic information comes in and is available to see. But I can see right now the demographics of the video on Friday. So for example, 48.9% were of my viewers were female, 50.9% were male. So that's pretty even split. I know for my Camtasia videos, it's more like 85 or 90% male, 5 to 10% female. So it depends on the type of video as well. I know that age category, so only 3.6% of the people were under 34 years of age. 20% were between 35 and 44. 35% were between 40. That was the largest one. 35%. 45 to 54-year-olds were the biggest group that watched that video on Friday. Second biggest group at 29% was 55 to 64-year-olds. And then still 11% 65 plus category. So I know that. Geographies, 37% came from the US of viewers. And then it drops to 4% UK, 4% Canada, Australia, Germany. So there's a big chunk of numbers missing there. My guess is YouTube may not know where a bunch of the viewers watched from, is my guess. So yeah, I look at that stuff. Sometimes it's helpful to know. Sometimes it may not matter that much. Let's see. Oh, I've already saw that one. Yep. Thank you for... and Jolene, or sorry, Di says to Jolene, thanks for sharing that. Perfect. This is great. You guys having conversations as well. Sometimes you don't need me. Pegs says, I use playlists for my videos so I can differentiate the subject matter since I'm drifting from hauling to vlogging to other subjects I'm meandering through. LOL. Very good. Yeah, that's a good way to keep track. I haven't really done that myself, used playlists, but not a bad idea. Bug FX Studios, I did. Excellent AI video. Very good. Do you have any idea why TechSmith took out a lot of the exports to other services, i.e. Vimeo? No, I don't know why. I never really noticed though, because I never, even when I use Camtasia, I never export directly to YouTube or wherever. I always export to MP4, so locally on my own computer. So what that means for those who aren't familiar with Camtasia or any video software, one second. The way it works is you use video editing software to basically polish your video, make your video nice and finished. Then you have to export it or render it, which means turn it into a video that you can upload to YouTube or watch on your computer. Before you do that, you can only watch it in the program that you edit it in, like Camtasia, right? So you can export it to an MP4 file. That's what YouTube needs. But Camtasia gives you the option of exporting directly to YouTube, right? Again, I don't do that. I generate the MP4 file and then I save it where I want to save it. And then I'll open up my YouTube studio and then I'll upload the video myself. Okay, so I have uploaded to Vimeo, but it was a long time ago. But again, I would have just uploaded it from my computer to Vimeo. Just the way I do things. So I don't really know why they did it. Maybe more and more people are doing it that way and not rendering directly. That could be it. At Rob the Maritimer, I went to Fiverr to look for your services. I could not find your profile. Fiverr doesn't seem to allow searching for specific profiles. It should. I think if you search for the Maritimer, not Rob the Maritimer, just the Maritimer, in Fiverr, it'll come back with nothing, but then it'll say, do you want to search for a username containing that? And you click on that, and then you should be able to find me. Di is 58. Happy birthday. Yitka, do you have just one YouTube channel with different kind of playlists or something else to help you organize your channel? I just have one channel. You can have as many YouTube channels as you want. If you do have several different topics that are completely unrelated that you'd like to make videos for, then you can create different channels. So like you can have a channel in your name for maybe personal stuff, and then maybe create a channel in another name, maybe a company name or something clever, whatever. You can have as many channels as you want. And you can also use playlists within your channel to organize things. Not something I've done though. Is there a way to create chapters inside Camtasia that many YouTube videos are now using? I believe there is a way. I don't do that though. But I think if you use markers, it's called markers in Camtasia, and then title your markers with whatever chapter name you want for YouTube. And then if you export it directly to YouTube and not as an MP4, I think there's a way you can kind of tie that into the chaptering system. But again, I just kind of do it manually. It doesn't take me a whole lot longer, I guess. It's just a different way of doing things as well. There's no right way and no wrong way. How long do you retain your videos footage on your personal drive before deleting? I don't think I've ever deleted anything. But I have a huge hard drive in another room. It's a NAS, N-A-S, Network Attached Storage. And it has several hard drives in it, and one is redundant, so if one dies, I don't lose anything. And so when my MacBook fills up, I offload to that, and I keep it there. And I think it's got room for probably 10 more years of stuff before I have to upgrade it. So, but if you don't have that, then, I mean, really, for YouTube videos, you don't really have to keep the MP4 file. I would suggest keeping the editing file, just in case you ever want to edit it again. But if you keep the editing file and the exported MP4 file, you're basically doubling up everything that you're keeping, which I do because I can, I guess. I don't necessarily have to. The day will probably come, maybe 10 years from now, where I'll start deleting old files. But for my freelance work, like when I do video editing and make videos for clients, I have kept all of those, because somebody might come back to me 2 years later and say, "Oh, hey, remember that video you made for me?" And I'll say, "Well, no, but I can look it up." And then I have the file. He may say, "Well, I would just like you to make a small change to it. So instead of having to do the whole thing over again, I'll load that program up and or the video editing file up, and I'll make the small changes and be able to make the change, re-export the video, and do it much faster that way." So that's why I like to keep all my client files forever. Let's see. I love the real Javier Novoa. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. I love having my channel on YouTube. I have now crossed 1,000 subscribers. Very good. Welcome. Congratulations. I hope you're having fun with it. That's the main thing, in my opinion. Di is laughing like crazy over in California. That's good. I watched this man's video the other day on starting a YouTube channel, and I was impressed. Very informative. Awesome. I'm glad you got some information out of that. Thank you so much, information. I appreciate it all. Will you cover how to make money, or maybe another time? I will have to continue at a later time. I will. I have touched on it a little bit throughout this video, different ways you can make money. I can tell you real quick. So the ones I have written down, and I'm going to make a video on this, and we'll talk about this probably in more detail next week. So the main ways are YouTube AdSense. So that's the money directly from YouTube. That's usually the smaller portion. Affiliate sales, like if you guys click any of my links in my descriptions of my videos and go to Amazon and you end up buying something like that, I'll earn a small commission. And Amazon would pay me that. You don't pay any extra, but Amazon would pay me that probably about a month later. I would get a commission. So affiliate sales, especially if you want to make a channel that reviews products, you could put links to those products in your description of your YouTube channel and make money that way. A lot of people who do that make a lot more money from affiliate sales than they do from the YouTube AdSense. So just so you know. Sponsorships is another way to make money. So companies may, somebody asked me, what's the difference between a content creator and an influencer? I don't really know if there is a difference. I guess an influencer influences people quite often to buy things. Like you may think of people on TikTok who are showing a product, like, hey, look at this, and if you want to buy this, click below, and they're trying to. So companies may pay influencers or content creators like that to make videos about their products, right? Those would be called sponsorship deals or brand deals. That's another way to make money, and the bigger your channel gets, the more money you can make from that. You can also make or get free product from that. So I'm talking on a Sony camera here. Maybe I start reviewing Sony cameras. Maybe Sony sees that and they say, hey, I love the way you make videos about our cameras. Here's some money. Can you make another video about this camera? And oh, by the way, we'll send you that camera and you don't have to send it back. I think they would only do that for much larger channels, but there are people that get stuff that way, free stuff. So instead of money. And then the last way, which I think is the best way, the way with the most potential, is to sell your own stuff. So whether that's stuff you make, digital products like downloadable ebooks or guides or videos that you sell instead of putting them on for free on YouTube. Maybe there's some super secretive information that you don't want to give away for free and then you can offer for sale. Or maybe you make a course, or maybe you sell coaching, and all that kind of stuff is your own stuff that you can sell as well. So those are the main ways you can make money on YouTube, and I will make a video on that at some point and get into more detail. But hope that helps for now. Hello from Taipei. Hello back from Canada. Taipei, it must be really late there. Is there Camtasia iOS version for iPhone? No, there is not. But there's a So Camtasia is not available for mobile devices, only for computers. So you would need to get Camtasia for either a MacBook or a Mac, iMac, whatever, computer, or a Windows-based computer, but not for mobile. If you need something for mobile, then you might want to look at CapCut. They offer a mobile. Fallout Fun says, what if you're scared to get in front of the camera because you're Quasimodo ugly and just a tad insecure? Any advice, sir? Yeah, so I've mentioned this before too, but I'll say it again. If you're scared to get in front of the camera, I guess the answer is don't be scared, and I'll tell you why, and some things you can think about. Remember that if you haven't really started a channel yet and you're just starting out, then you're just making these first videos for yourself and only for yourself. Yeah, some people may see them, but not many. And if your goal is, let's say you want to get to 10,000 subscribers, like within a year, 2 years, whatever it is. Picture yourself there at 10,000 subscribers. Once you're there, it may take you 200 videos to get there. It may take you 100 videos. Some people have gotten there in 5 videos. But anyways, let's say it's 100 videos. Well, if you look back to your first 20 videos, you may have gotten 5 subscribers from the first 20 videos. But your 100th video may have brought in 2,000 subscribers, right? None of those 2,000 people probably even saw your first video. In fact, none of the people who are your current, a year from now, audience, probably none of them saw your first video when it came out, right? They may go back now and look at it just for laughs, and you can laugh with them, and you can say, wow, did I ever come a long way? So my point is, think of your first several videos as ones that you're just making for yourself. It's practice, and you're just getting better at making videos, right? So make one video. That'll be the hardest one you ever make. And only because you're your own worst critic. Make that one video, upload it to YouTube, and just don't worry about it. Watch it back, and you're probably going to go, oh my God, that's crazy bad. I hate it. Well, then look at it and say, how could it have been better? And try to figure out how it could have been better. And then what you do is just make your second one better than the first, just a little bit better. Just get a little bit better every time. And then eventually you'll be really good at it, and you will have long forgotten about those first videos. And you'll laugh at the fact that you were so scared the first time. At some point, I'm gonna make available to you guys my first time that I went live, my first live stream, which was a few years ago. It was to nobody, right? Like nobody was watching me then, but I was so nervous, And I have a video. I actually set up a camera in the corner of the room, and it showed me pacing and jogging on the spot and just trying to get ready like I was in the ring about to fight somebody. It was funny. Anyway, I thought it was funny, but I was nervous as hell at the time. So I hope that helped. I can't stand watching myself on video. It's a strange weirdness that's hard to take. It is weird. It is weird. I'm only now starting to get used to seeing myself. It's also weird listening to yourself if you're not used to hearing your voice, right? It's weird because when you hear your voice, you think, wow, that sounds awful. But you know what? That's exactly how the entire world hears you. What you hear when you talk is you're the only one that hears that, right? So you don't sound like how you think you sound. So think about that. That's a little food for thought. The best for iOS is LumaFusion. Nothing better for iPad and iPhone. There you go. I've never used that, LumaFusion, but another video editing software you can try out for sure. Javier Novoa just got a new subscriber. Thanks to Di. Very good. It is so cringe. Filming yourself, that's right. Thank you very much for the advice. I really appreciate it. No problem. I'm having fun. This is fun. Might set a record for the longest live stream I've ever done, though. But hey, if I can make this part of my weekly routine. Absolutely. Could you speak to how much time you spent on the first set of videos versus what time you are spending now per week? That's a good question. It's different from video to video. So, and it depends on how much editing I do. Ironically, the video I posted on Friday that has gone crazy and gotten 80,000 views, I don't have any. I have one other video that has like 30,000 views, but it took 4 years to get that. And I've only got one that was that even remotely that successful. Most of my videos get 500 views in the first couple days. This last one got 80,000. So why did I say that? Okay, so my point is that video I posted Friday. It was Thursday night, Thursday after supper, that I filmed that I recorded myself. And it was, so the video was 25 minutes. The recording time was probably 45 minutes because of all the mistakes I made at the beginning that I turned into bloopers at the end. So it took me 45 minutes to film that. And then because I hardly did any editing, right? I think it only took me a half an hour to edit that. So I started that Thursday after supper, and it was finished, edited, and uploaded to YouTube. Thumbnail done, description in place, everything done, and scheduled to go out on YouTube that night, Thursday night. All done in an evening. And then the next morning, Friday morning, I think it was 8 in the morning, is when it went out, meaning when YouTube posted it. I told them, I scheduled it for 8 in the morning. Yeah, so that's all it took. 1 hour of recording time, a half an hour of editing. Now, sorry, it probably took half a day earlier on Thursday to decide what I was going to talk about. And I wrote out that piece of paper, this piece of paper here. I wrote out my bullet points that I was going to talk about. Is that clear? Yeah. So that, I wrote it out somewhere else first, and then I made it in bigger letters with marker, with a Sharpie. So yeah, I'd say that whole thing took me half a day. But another video that I made for Camtasia specifically, a half an hour long how-to tutorial, may have taken me 3-4 days. Because it just takes longer. Editing takes a long time. If you're going to edit like Mr. Beast, like crazy lot of editing in the video, it'll take you a long time. So it's actually, not only is it good to be authentic and to leave your mistakes in your videos sometimes, because people appreciate that, because they will, what's the word I'm looking for? It resonates with them. It rings true with them. Not only that, but it takes a whole lot less time to edit something like that together. So win, win, win for everybody. So I hope that answered your question. BugFX Studios needed to hear this inspiration. Awesome. I'm glad you're getting some help from this. Yeah, it's 4:25 in the morning. Wow. I'm actually waiting for orders. I am a food delivery rider for UE. Very good. That's early. Sun's probably not even up yet. It's really nice having someone to bounce questions off of. The how to make a YouTube video. Videos are okay, but when you have a question, you literally have to search forever for an answer. I totally agree. I totally agree. I wish I could do this every day, but I can't. Not enough hours in the week. I need to spend some time making videos and researching what I'm going to make videos on. But I'm going to do this every week. Anyways, once a week anyways. We'll just see how things go. Di says she has a dumb question. I have a Dell laptop with Windows 11 Pro. Is it better to have a tower computer versus a laptop when venturing out on YouTubing, or should I have both? You definitely don't need both. One or the other, and it doesn't matter which one. I guess what you should think about is, your lifestyle and what you do throughout the day. Like, if you want to be able to make videos and travel at the same time and make videos from wherever, then a laptop probably makes more sense. The laptops you can get today are every bit as powerful as a desktop or a tower PC. I mean, for the most part, you don't need that much power to run a YouTube channel at all. If you get into making really long videos that are heavily edited, a lot of fancy transitions and things going on, which will take a long time to learn all that anyways, then yes, a more powerful computer with a good graphics card will come in handy because you'll be able to render those videos much faster. But like the 25-minute video I made last Friday, took the computer probably 5 minutes to render that. Not very long at all. And I have a 2021 MacBook Pro. So yeah, I have a 16-inch laptop is what I use. That's all I use. And that way I can take off for a week and take my computer with me, and I can use it to answer comments, and I can also use it to make a video. The hardest part for making videos though is I would have to take a camera and but I mean, you know, that's not that hard to do. I take my phone, take this little baby tripod here. And that's all you need too. You can use a phone with a tripod like this and just set it on a bookshelf or something, right? Yeah, so but if you're going to be stationary and you're always going to be filming in an office, then I suppose then you could use a tower computer. But I just like the portability of a laptop myself personally. So yeah, but either will work. And your video got into my YouTube feed. Then here I am. Oh, welcome. I'm glad it did. Got a new viewer. Okay, yes, Bug said the same thing. It doesn't matter as long as you have either. I use an iPad for everything I do digital. Wow, very good. Yep. Yeah, iPads these days are very powerful too. Some people use them as their only computer, like you. The bloopers at the end of your video was wonderful because you showed how I feel. The frustration was real. It certainly is real. I had fun with it. And again, I did it again for the video I filmed last night that I normally could have put out today, but today I'm doing this live stream, so I'll put the video out tomorrow. I'm not finished editing yet. But the same thing. I didn't have as many bloopers, but still, I had bloopers, so I'm going to have them all the time. So if you guys like them, I'll put them in all my videos. Maybe not 3 minutes worth. That's how many I put in that last one on Friday, but I think you guys, it seems like you guys enjoyed it. Are there any tools that can provide you analytics on all of the content on YouTube, which you can use to find content that is not as well covered so you can find your niche? Probably, but I don't use any. Well, you can use vidIQ or TubeBuddy. Try searching for those. Those are like plugins you can get for your YouTube channel for Google, like for your browser plugins that help with research and will help with keyword research and stuff like that. So you can look at those. I have vidIQ installed, I think, that helps me, like it lets me know things like how many subscribers people's channels have, like it just presents it in a little different way. So you can use those, but also use YouTube's search, quite honestly. Like, let's say you're making videos on, I don't know, microphones, right? You want to make a video on a microphone, and you don't know exactly what video to make. Well, start by opening up YouTube, type in microphone, and then space, and what's the next word? Like, YouTube will attempt to fill out whatever you're searching for. So the first thing YouTube's going to put there is the thing that's searched for the most. Okay? So that'll give you an idea. Oh, wow, okay. Then you can go microphone space A. What's next? Microphone space B. What's next? You can even open up an Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheets and start making yourself a spreadsheet of all the possible keywords you can make a video on, right? So I do that sort of thing a lot, and maybe that will help. Do you use programs like Koala Sampler or Beat Maker for your music? No, I don't. I get my music mostly from motionarray.com, but also from epidemicsound.com, and I think I have links to those down below. But yeah, that gets me royalty-free music that I won't get YouTube strikes. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but if you make a YouTube video, do not put a commercial piece of music in there. Like, don't put a, I don't know what, like Taylor Swift song in your video, because you'll get a copyright strike. What that usually means is, well, it certainly means you can't monetize that video, or sometimes the owner of the music, and it's usually run by companies that search for this automatically, but if you use music that is commercially available and that you can buy, then you can't use it in YouTube. What will happen is one of two things. Either that company will let you keep that music in your video, but any ad revenue earned by that video goes to them, not you. Or they may just say, no, I don't want my music on this video at all. And YouTube may just take it down, and they'll give you a copyright strike, and you're only allowed so many of those before YouTube could shut your channel down. So it's good to make sure you're using royalty-free music if you're adding music to your videos, so that you don't get into trouble like that. My channel, I only use DJI OA3 with Mimo and iPhone 14 Pro Max with iMovie. These are all I've got for now. Do not even have a mic for decent audio yet. Very good. Yeah, you really don't need much to start a YouTube channel. You really don't. Can I just go live without editing? From Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Welcome. Thanks for the question. Absolutely. Yes, you can. Now, let me think now. And I'm trying to remember what the requirements are for being able to go live. I don't think you need any amount of subscribers. I think you can go live with a brand new channel, but I think your channel might have to be verified first. You may have, like if you create a channel today, you may have to wait a couple days before they give you that ability. But once you can go live, yeah, by its very nature, going live doesn't require any editing. Now, you may be looking at this live here, and actually, maybe I should move this down here because we've been talking about all this stuff. I'm just going to put it right down to what's next. So you may be looking at all these words and stuff that I got on the screen and thinking, oh, you've edited those to this. You've edited those to this video. No, I haven't. They're just overlays. They're images that I put on the screen, and I can take them off like this, and I can take your comment off like that. Then it's just me in the video. So nothing is being edited. It's my camera hooked into my computer, and I've got a program running on my computer called Ecamm Live. That's only available for a Mac. I'm on a MacBook. If you are on a PC, then you can use OBS, or you can sign up for something like StreamYard. And then, yeah, you can just go live like this. I think you can also go live on your phone, like even vertically. I've never done that, but I know you can. You can on YouTube or Instagram, I think, and even TikTok. I'm not going to get too much into all that because I've never done it, so I can't, but I know you can do it. No editing required. So you don't need video editing software for this at all. It's only because I wanted to add some things. I wanted to add this overlay so you guys know what we're going to talk about, and this little yellow overlay so you know what we're talking about. Actually, I can remove that because leave it, whatever. Yeah, and then I can click on chats. The ability to click on chats and have them show up like that, that's something built into Ecamm Live. So that's not something I made. That's just Ecamm is connected to my YouTube account, and so the YouTube chats get fed into Ecamm, and then I have the ability to click on one and have it show up. So that's how that works. No video editing required. I use a ton of iOS software, AUM, blocks, waves, samplers, etc., but now I'm focusing on AI, music creation, and videos. Very good. All of that is way above my head. So you're talking about audio and music sampling and editing and stuff. Very good. Sounds very complicated to me. But hey, you probably have a niche. You could probably teach people about all that stuff, and there's a niche for you. Glad you got into my feed. Just subbed. Welcome. Thanks for that. Cortez, hi Rob, I've already moved my mattress and pillow. I think the live will go on until tomorrow. Wow, it's 5:40. It's not going to go on until tomorrow. I do have a limit. I'm going to have to, well, at some point I'm going to have to eat something. I can't survive on Rockstar all day, and that's it. Although that is good. If you know, you know, I guess, right? Thanks. Haha. I suppose at some point, if we continue to get this many people in the chats, I may not be able to read every single one at some point. But for now, I find this fun. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just going through them all. Copyright concerns with AI, Gen Assist seem a bit of a drag. Yeah, I don't know too much about how copyright concerns tie into AI, but yeah, I don't know how that works. Yes on the markers, and it works great. Remember that you have to have the beginning 0 marker or they won't convert on YouTube. Okay, yeah, so Love My Tech is referring to making chapters in your YouTube videos, and you can do that within Camtasia. But yes, the first one has to be at 0. And even if you just type them in manually, like I do in the YouTube description, that first one has to be 0. Actually, you don't need the 00:00. I just have 0:00. And that works, but it has to start at 0. Or YouTube just won't recognize them and then your chapters won't show up. The video will still be there. It just won't, the red line won't be chopped up into chapters. There is none at the moment. It's the Wild West on AI. Oh, I see. For the royalty-free music. It was really nice listening to you, Rob. I'm glad I subscribed. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you again, sir. Thanks for joining. Awesome to have you stop by. Awesome to have everybody stop by. This was fun. I would agree. I thought about using generative to create background music for my videos. Live streams seems like a reasonable idea. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Just make sure you search, you familiarize yourself with the rules in terms of copyright and all that stuff. Typo, AI Genie is out of the bottle. AI music is not Napster. It'll get worked out. Just ask Apple about iTunes. That's right. Yeah, they figured that one out, didn't they? Thank you for the very useful perspective and advice. No problem. I think I just got caught up with everything. If anybody has any other questions, now's kind of the, let's call it last call. Oh, did one just come in? Did you guys enjoy this today? Was this good? It was long. Was it too long? We're coming up on almost 4 hours, which is long to do every week, but is this good? Would you like to see me shorten it? Would you like me to see me go through the chats faster? You know, feedback is good, so let me know. And even after this is over, so once I stop this live stream, you'll no longer be able to chat in the live chat here, but you will be able to add comments below the video, because this will become a video on demand. You'll be able to watch. So many people may watch this on the replay afterwards, and you can comment there, and I'll answer those comments as best as I can. So if you have any suggestions for how to modify this going forward, let me know. Love to hear it. Any feedback, either positive or negative, I'd love to hear it. Let me know what else you want to hear from me, because that's how I'm going to grow this channel and develop this channel, is based on what you guys want to see from me. Cheers from BugFX Studios. Cheers. Not too long. Good. Very useful. Thanks, Rob. Hi from Denmark. Grethy or Greth? I'm sorry, my pronunciation of names is bad. Liz Bauman from Denmark. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this. It was amazing. Thanks, embracing the ride. Awesome. And again, if any of you are just joining recently and not 4 hours ago, you have the ability to go back once this is over and watch it from the beginning if you want to. there won't be any chapters set up for these live streams because it would just take me too long to go back through it and chapterize everything. And even this, the topics off to the right here are not really in order of the way we talked about things. We kind of bounced all over the place based on the questions you guys asked. So I will just answer whatever questions you have, and that will usually dictate where we go. So yeah, and Andy says, I enjoyed this. Thanks. Awesome, Andy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So with that said, so just to kind of put a bow on this, I'm signing off now. I will look for a video tomorrow morning. It'll be similar to last Friday's. So let's see if it does as well as last Friday's did. That's amazing. It's still getting lots of views, I think. I'll just take a quick look here. Where are we? Analytics. Wow. So that video's gotten 10,000 more views since I started this live stream. It's at 90,000 views now. Holy cow. That's awesome. So that probably means there may be some new people that joined this live chat during the live chat. So maybe some people just joining now even. And if that's the case, sorry, I'm about to leave, but you will be able to watch all of this on the replay. And I'll be back every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Atlantic time. So that's 1 o'clock Eastern. 1 o'clock, just to remember Toronto. So if you don't know, if you're not sure what time I go live, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Toronto, Canada time. So you can kind of Google, you know, what time is it in Toronto now, based on where you live or where you're watching from, and you can figure it out that way. Embracing the Ride says, I think you'll be very busy soon and won't be able to do 4-hour live streams in the near future. Maybe not, but hey, I love this. If I'm only going to be making a couple videos a week, I could probably do this every week. 4 hours is a bit long. I'm getting a little hungry. I'll admit that. I'm getting a little hungry. Do you have a live schedule? Every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So this very time, every week, every Tuesday. That's my schedule for now. And I think we'll end up keeping that. I've been doing that for about 3 months now. So I'll just keep this schedule for now. We'll see how that goes. But again, everything is based on what you guys want. If you want me to show up at a different time, if enough of you say, hey, like if everybody says, no, you need to be doing this on Saturdays or whatever, I'll listen to you. Jitka says, thanks a lot. You are great. Good night from Europe. Good night, Europe. Thanks for stopping in. Favorite restaurant in Toronto? Oh, Cher, it's funny because I'm saying Toronto time, but here in Halifax, I'm about a 20-hour drive from Toronto. I don't live in Toronto. So what's my favorite? I used to live near Toronto, but that was 25 years ago. So I don't know. Drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I like home cooking a lot. I don't actually go out that much to eat out. I'm an introvert, remember? Hi, nice and thanks. I am lucky to get this live show. Do not want to miss the next one. So next week, same time, same place. Did I miss some chats here? Sorry, just trying to get... I need more humor in my life lately. I have an idea. All right, let's hear it, Kathy. Let's hear it. Is it me? Am I funny? Maybe a bit shorter. 4 hours is long. In my mind, I'm thinking 3 hours might be a sweet spot. Very good. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I'm signing off. I will see you next Tuesday. Again, remember tomorrow morning's video. I hope you watch that. I hope you enjoy it. And with that said, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.